Gentlemen, we're not supposed to be here.
This is a closed course.
What is up, everybody? It is episode 8 of Closed Course. Today we got another special guest, Rhetoric, a.k.a. Chase, or Chase, a.k.a. Rhetoric.
It shouldn't be. I'm pretty sure it's Chase, aka Rhetoric.
Yeah,
It depends.
I think that's how it goes.
It depends on who it is, what day it is. Yeah,
It changes.
yeah, people are down for
Day by day.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we just got done playing golf. We played a round of golf today. February, in Colorado.
Feb golf.
Feb golf.
Yeah.
There was some snow on the ground, but it was fun.
It's the worst.
But I kept either calling him
good.
like,
Yeah.
Well, it didn't start good though.
No, I didn't start great.
Let's talk about that first hole.
Yeah. I mean.
yeah.
That was, John, the first hole. We all hit
Par 5?
okay drives.
No.
par five?
We started on 10.
Started
okay,
on
okay.
10s.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
all hit okay drives, or
Yeah.
it was in the snow, so we kicked it in the fairway or
Yeah.
whatever. Rhetoric went first, shank into
Shank,
the other
big
fairway.
shank.
Yep.
Oh,
Big
Evan,
shank.
Evan ran over to me to film, shank into the other fairway. Ran back across to Stewie, shank into the other fairway. Literally
It was
three
three
shanks.
three
in a
shank
row.
rolls.
Evan burned
Evan's
400
the real-
calories
the
for
real hero.
nothing.
Yeah, literally
At
for
all.
nothing.
Right off the bat, he's like, "I gotta go back to Stew," and then we're like, "Yeah, you better utilize that cart, man."
Yeah, he had a helmet by hole 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly.
It's pretty
Oh,
bad.
I did almost smoke him on that par 3.
You did.
Yeah.
You
That's
really
tough.
did.
You guys
That
are
was
in.
tough. I don't know what happened
there.
there. Sorry, Evan. That was tough.
Stewie hit one like 2 feet over Evan's
heard.
head.
Yeah.
I hope
it
you
was wild.
filmed it.
It was scary.
He was filming. Yeah, he was filming.
But the round got much better after that.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
did.
It was a bad first hole.
Yeah, yeah.
We got into the round a little bit. By the back 9, we were all flying.
We were
Yeah.
flying. Yeah.
When the cameras were off and we could like let loose a little bit and
Yeah.
not worry about pressure shots.
It's more. It's a lot
It
more
was,
pressure.
It was better. Started
Yeah.
that back 9 off pretty high.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it started off bad.
It was tough.
Oh, yeah. Anything that I've ever shot, it's been like front 9 you play and then back 9 you shoot, so that you're like
Yeah.
kind of into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming straight out the gates from
For
the
sure.
range.
You probably should start doing that. Actually, shoot on
The
the
back 9 at Rolling Hills
get the
is hard.
get the
too.
groove going.
That's
first.
a tough start. A little tough stretch.
The back 9.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, the front 9's
Those
way
first
more
3
forgiving.
holes on the back 9, you got to start there.
Brutal.
And it's cold and it's
A
snowy.
little
and
windy.
You got the
Yeah.
shanks. It's tough.
Yeah, the shankaroonies.
Well, Rhetoric, we appreciate you coming on the podcast.
Hell yeah,
Appreciate you having me.
it's sick.
You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, let us know, the people who don't know who Chase, a.k.a. Rhetoric, is.
So I'm Rhetoric, aka Chase, depending on the day, time, who it is. I do music amongst a bunch of other things. Most notably, DJ with my best friend Logic, and have been doing that since 2012. And have kind of done a bunch of other stuff since then, and have been golfing. I mean, I've golfed. You know, one of my Halloween costumes when I was like 3 years old was a golfer. So I've been golfing my whole life, but like coming back into
Which
it.
golfer? Was it like this outfit?
No,
like
me.
The 90s?
I can,
I
you
know,
want me
but
to
it was like
airdrop
this
that
outfit?
too? Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it was like the like the black and white like dress shoes that
Oh,
every
yeah.
toddler
With like the
had.
metal spikes shoes?
No,
Yeah.
not golf shoes,
Oh.
like the damn near Oshkosh B'gosh type
sure,
deal
sure. Yeah,
with
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
high
yeah.
pants. Like I look straight old course St. Andrews.
Let's go.
Yeah.
With my dad had like a PVC pipe taped up and it said "ping" on it. I'll find it. For you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
that's fine.
It's pretty epic. But I probably golfed a couple times a year as a kid and came back into it in the past couple years. And
There
it's
you go.
been the best,
Hell yeah.
the absolute best.
Yeah.
So let's kind of go back to your college days a little bit. So you went to Virginia Tech, right?
Yep.
V10.
So how did you kind of get into music? Was that a high school thing, or did that kind of start?
What came first, DJ or
Yeah.
music?
Oh, music.
Ah,
Yeah, music. Starving artist
Yeah.
type deal in high school, where it was like, okay, we'll go do open mics, we'll sing a couple covers, like we'll go to whatever local little venue,
Yeah. Very
brave.
sing a couple
Was very brave.
covers.
That's awesome.
And I was like, wow, this is a lot for a little. And then I started DJing senior year after I quit baseball. And that picked up. And I went from being like the guitar kid in high school, even middle school. Like I would, if there was a talent show, you'd see me up there singing like Everlast or whoever was big then, you know, like, but yeah, got to college. I was the DJ kid and started opening up and doing concerts, and that's when I really knew, like, oh, I want to actually pursue this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I picked Rhetoric because I think I was like procrastinating for public speaking class,
Yeah.
It's a good name.
and I
It
was
is a
like,
good
I,
name.
It is a good
I
name.
really enjoy going up in front of people and like giving a speech or like just making people laugh. And that's why I picked it. And
what's your last name again?
Marchetti.
Yeah, so I saw
A lot of people think it's Rhetoric though.
Well, I saw something about maybe a DJ name that people thought you should take, Marky Mark. Did you like that one or no?
How did you find that?
Did my research.
All right, Nardwar. Yeah, somebody said Marky Mark, and I was like, that is absolutely terrible. I went through a lot of, I mean, a lot in a week span of a high school kid.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And then came on Rhetoric. And I wrote it out, and I was like, the C looks terrible. I'm gonna put a K, and that was it. That was all she wrote.
That's
Yeah.
money.
All right.
And then I met Logic, and we sound like a beginner level like college course.
Yeah, logic and rhetoric.
Yeah,
Yeah.
101. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
101.
was Logic? Was he psychological? Was he psychological when you started working with him?
Dude, I didn't even know he existed.
When he was
no,
psychological?
when I started working with him, he was Logic. He was
Yeah.
young. He was young Sinatra. Logic.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because
So how did-
I remember before he was psychological.
Yeah, no, that was pre me.
Yeah. Okay.
So how did you meet him?
Opened up on a show.
Oh, okay.
I used to open up like if there was any up and coming rapper that came through Virginia on a circuit, I would just open up the show up
Yeah,
in Northern
sweet.
Virginia,
It's sick.
and he was one of them.
Okay.
And we just meshed. We meshed well.
And then a few weeks before college graduation, you actually went on your first big tour with him, right?
Mhm.
And I saw something you were writing Spanish essays on the tour bus and stuff like that. So what was
Yeah,
that like?
Dallas. Oh God. Yeah. So I double majored and I finished my first degree first semester senior year. So my last semester was all Spanish. So I get on the road and I'm like going out and doing concerts and finishing my essay. Like everybody's like, yeah, that was so great. Like it was everybody's
yeah.
first like real tour with what's called a bandwagon, which was like a glorified Penske truck with bunks. And I'm on the Penske truck just like, oh God, I got to get this Spanish like literary essay out. And then finally in Dallas, I finished the last essay. It was like graduation day back at college, and we had like a ceremony. But yeah,
Wow. Yeah, that'd be tough to do on the
dude, it was
On the
tough to be
road,
like,
on
I'm
the
doing
bus,
exactly what I want to
The
do.
car
Spanish
sickness.
essays.
Yeah, it was like me and like 3 10-page papers between just freedom.
And pre-chat GPT. I mean, now you just type that in and be like, hey,
Oh yeah.
And that,
finish it up for me.
that timing doesn't sound great. So did you second guess going on that tour? Or did you know?
Oh, no.
this is what- no.
No, absolutely not. I mean, at that point, like, I was A-okay on all those classes. I
Yeah,
could have
yeah.
absolutely just tanked it and been fine and gotten a degree, but
Would have survived.
came out with whatever cum laude it is. I remember getting it and being like, I don't know what that means, but sounds good.
Super duper
I'm
latte.
done, guys. Let's celebrate.
Yeah. So what is that kind of tour life like? I know we played golf earlier, like Nick said. We went to dinner, talked about it a little bit, but kind of talk us through like your day on tour, what that is kind of like.
Like early 20s day on
Yeah,
tour?
early
Yeah.
20s.
Like
Oh, yeah.
vintage.
Like
Oh.
that, like craziest, like Logic is now like famous. You're getting
Yeah, like,
recognition.
you guys are hype,
People know
yeah.
who you are. How, like, what was
That luckily came a little bit later. That came like later in the 20s. Like when 1-800 came out and we were doing arenas.
Okay.
It came a little bit later, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the early, we did a show in Montreal on that first tour, which was like 25 people. And instead of throwing a concert, we did like a pizza party, and like I taught people how to DJ and stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a
Sounds
grind.
ideal.
It was a grind. The Incredible True Story tour, I think, was like 50 dates or something.
Banger album.
Which was far too much
Yeah.
for one tour. I mean,
Right.
tired. We were so tired.
Was that your guys' biggest album probably?
Oh no, Everybody was definitely the biggest.
Oh, was everybody? Yeah.
But that was kind of the tour that set everything off.
Yeah.
And it was tiring. I mean, it was gruesome. I
Yeah.
think
So what does that look
on
like?
my
You got
body.
50 days on that tour,
Mhm.
and you're in what time period? Is that in the year or is that in like a 6-month window?
I think
like,
it was like late winter into spring.
wow. So it's
Holy
like
shit.
almost every other day,
Machine
almost
gun.
like
Yeah, we would do
100
like
days.
8 shows in a row sometimes.
Whoa.
Yeah,
8
which is
days
tough.
in a row, just city,
And that
city,
that
city,
was
city.
luckily that was like post.
Penske bus.
Yes, yes, that was like a real bus for sure.
Yeah.
I think that one. No, the listening tour was wrapped. But yeah, that was a real bus. And at that point, I had figured out that my body cannot tour as a job and party at the same time. So that was when I was like running and vlogging and doing all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
But those early tours were tough. I was touring probably 4 times a year.
That's wild.
And
Honestly.
Wow.
free party stuff to an early 20-year-old is
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
is quite the thing.
And that kind of whole time while you were DJing, that's kind of what you were known for. You were making your personal music kind of on the side, right?
No, I kind of quit for a little while.
You did?
I kind of second guessed myself. Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, maybe my calling is DJing, and this is what I do now. And you know, despite going in and doing DJ gigs and being like, I don't really like hanging around in this type of arena. Yeah, for a while I thought that was what it was going to be, and I felt very unsatisfied with that. And that's when I started making the music after that tour, after the 50-day tour. I kind of felt burnt out. I was like, I need something that's actually fulfilling.
And did you kind of keep that to yourself? Kind of.
Oh yeah, I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, because I heard, Logic had no idea you were making music. Even like your parents weren't really sure, right? But you maybe had a best friend in high school you were sending tracks to, and I think I saw something he asked, "Who is this singing?"
I need to,
bro, that's me.
First off, I need to work on my OPSEC.
Oh, yeah.
Because yes, I was sending it to Ace. Ace is the reason that I wrote Stranglehold, because I had this beat for a while, and I was like, hey, can you help me out with this? And I think he came up with the word Stranglehold, and that's how the song came to fruition. I brought him out on stage in Virginia. Yeah, that was my best friend. That's who I played guitar with and did stuff.
That's sick.
High school.
Okay.
But yeah, I kept it behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Obviously. And just didn't tell anybody until it was done.
Yeah.
And then came out with it, and it did a lot better than I had anticipated. And like I was saying in the cart, it's like the organic push of it is what did best. Like my top song on Spotify is not the one that I did marketing for.
Yeah.
It's the one that I just put out there. I did TikToks, and people were like, I like this. And it's, it's still streamed thousands of times a day.
So
which is nuts.
This podcast is kind of, we talk about like business and golf and different things and kind of related to what you're doing. So when you come out with a song, it's interesting to say, like when we come out with a new product, how we market it. So you come out with a song, you talk about marketing. How do you do that? How do you get it to people who don't know who you are, haven't heard the song? Tell us a little bit about how that works. Like if I were to come out with a song, an absolute banger.
Yeah.
Right?
I'd expect nothing less.
Not
Right?
likely.
In this kit, baby boot pants.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I think there's
It'd have a
Where'd that
Yeah.
kid from?
pins and aces.
Yeah.
It'd have a lot of harmonica.
Yeah.
Put them up. You can get it right here.
I can jam on the piano hard. I'd love to do.
Can
a
you
little
play the piano?
Oh, absolutely, bro.
Dead ass?
Rock the piano. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick, bro.
Absolutely.
I love the piano.
I like how I'm saying, yeah, I've never heard of it.
I
believe it.
want to learn how to play so bad.
That's
I'll
marketing.
show you.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's like a few,
Chopsticks.
keys.
Like I want to play some Interstellar tracks on there. Like I just want to get crazy.
How I learned piano too is just like looking at a song or like watching YouTube, and then before that it was like just watching the hands. But anyways, not about me. So how do you market a song?
though.
I'm down.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We're gonna exchange numbers after this, and you're gonna kickstart my music career. How do you market a song? You come out with a song, like again, for me, if I was like a nobody, you had somewhat of a following. That kind of helps. There's an organic boost. Same thing for us. There's an organic lift when you come out with a new product. You come out with a song. How do you get that into the realm?
Honestly, at that time, it was like that song had already been out, and I think it was probably 2 or 3 on my Spotify. And then COVID hit, and I started doing TikToks. And I've always enjoyed telling stories, which makes sense. It's rhetoric.
Yeah.
And I did TikToks, and like my first one popped off that I ever did, and it was just something funny. And then I tried to do something funny again, and I realized it's kind of fleeting. You got to kind of be with the trend. And then I started telling stories on TikTok. And then it was like, oh my God, 100,000 views. Oh my God, 500,000 views. Oh my God, 1.5 million views.
Yeah.
1.5 million views. And then I was like, okay, I'm doing it with trending songs. What if I tried it with my own song and told my own story? Because I feel like if somebody can relate to you, then that song will mean a lot more to them than just finding it via algorithm.
Yeah.
And I did that, and that's what gained traction. And then I'll log into TikTok. I haven't TikTok since, I don't think I posted anything since 2020, maybe.
No, man, you were like an early adopter.
I was 2019 going to my friends like, you need this algorithm.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is better than Instagram.
Yeah.
Because it was
China.
It was so niche.
Yeah.
At that point that it wasn't feeding you anything. It wasn't like right now it's QVC, so I'm never on TikTok. 'Cause it's like, buy my thing, like
Yeah, for sure.
have you gotten this thing that I'm selling you for $14.99 that I bought for $3?
Hey, Stanley sold like 10 million cups to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But regardless, yeah, TikTok was in a great space at that point where organic content was pushed well.
Yeah.
And I think people related to the story. I enjoy telling stories, and it was
Yeah.
very fulfilling. But like I was telling you, it didn't translate to money, but it did translate to eyeballs.
But that was your organic song. But then you said you came out with another song that was like a marketing song.
Yeah.
So then how do you promote that? Like, what do you do? What's the marketing to that
That
song?
it's
It's like Facebook ads and like.
no,
What do you
well,
do?
yeah, and you find a PR team, and like I was telling you, I enjoy just making friends and
Right.
hanging out with people, and I've been doing that in the music industry for, I guess, since like 2010 probably. So the articles that I was paying to get from a PR company they were through people that I already knew in the industry, and I was like, why am I paying twice my rent a month to have a company promote to people that I already know, and that's why they're accepting it. Like I didn't get any sort of article that I was like, wow, and they did a great job. They did their job and they got it done, but I already knew those people. So I quit doing that, and that's when I turned to more organic marketing. And I felt like I was gaining an audience then instead of just numbers.
It's definitely your vibe. Like the organic,
Oh, yeah.
authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we rolled up to the chorus. We're
Bro, the
playing.
guy's kit.
The guy's kid.
Fire kid.
It's honestly
it's
fire.
Evan,
He's not
Can
wearing
you
any
pull up the
pins.
picture?
Bro, the kit's unreal.
He's not wearing any pins.
But
and
they
aces,
they brought me
you know?
pens,
But we
and
got some
you'll see
stuff.
it.
Oh, yeah, we
You'll
did
see
bring
it.
pens.
We can talk about how like you got into pins or how you like
Yeah.
how that whole happened, but like we roll up, he's got like white and gray
Bro,
striped
he's got the
pants.
foot joys.
Dude, I'm
He's got the
straight out of a
foot joys.
Ben Hogan.
It's
book.
actually a baller.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
It's lit.
It's
Yeah.
It's
Without the swing.
But
yeah.
yeah, look at that. I
Oh,
mean,
look at
come
this
on,
guy.
man.
That's a kit.
Look at
It's a
him.
kit.
It's a money kit. Honestly, I do want those pants. I'm gonna be for real.
I don't remember where these are from.
Was
Look at 'em.
Abercrombie? Was Abercrombie and Fitch?
I don't
I don't think that's
Watch.
Abercrombie, man.
No, it's definitely not Abercrombie.
definitely not Abercrombie.
Abercrombie. I'm down to wear your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They've been kind of snapping.
Bro, that
with
rebrand,
with the camo pants.
that
yeah.
rebrand can't. They got.
Yeah,
they're-
they knew.
They're back on top.
They were like,
Shout out Abercrombie. I'm
all
always
of-
here if you want to send me some stuff.
We pulled
Yeah.
up to the range and we were like, yeah, I wonder where he is. I'm like, oh, there he is.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Rhetoric.
Everyone
Yeah,
else was
I-
like 50 plus and
Yeah.
like a gray polo and black
I
pants.
loved it. I was like, that's
Yeah.
our dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's an easy one to spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So Chase, I got a question, right?
all right.
So like when you're making like a song like when you're making like Caged Up, right? Like what's like the process in like making like a song or like a track look like? Like what does that entail? What are you looking for like melody wise, beat wise? What's it look like? I'm just curious.
You kind of got to let it come to you. Anything that's ever been forced, I've not fully trusted. Whereas something like that just came out so quick, and I feel like that's why it's the top song. It came out so. I was 27. That's
Yeah.
not a song I would make now.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like anything in my vault, but yeah, I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, I always just heard music in my head, or I'll hear like an instrumental and I hear a different melody than what's playing on the song. And I've always felt that way. Or somebody, like, there will be a pop song out and I'm like, I wish it did this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's why I really enjoy writing with other people too, or like people will send me songs and I'll help them out with it.
Yeah.
Whether it's, the tempo that they choose or phrasing that they choose or, the sound of the snare that they choose. Like,
Yeah.
I really enjoy that part.
Yeah.
But then when it comes to my music, like the best stuff that I've ever done that's not out, like I hate listening to the stuff that's out.
Yeah.
But the best stuff that I've ever done that's not out just came so quick. You feel something, you're like, I feel like doing something right now.
Yeah.
And you have this thing in your head
Yeah.
and it comes out and you just put it all together and that's it.
And didn't you do that last night? You said you were up.
Oh yeah,
no
that's why
sleep
these
yet.
are on. I got some bloodshot eyes, boy. I've been staring at that MacBook.
Because the grind don't
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah,
The grind
Yeah.
didn't stop. Yeah.
What do you think's harder, the lyrics or the music?
it depends on the song.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's easy to overthink both.
Yeah.
So when something comes naturally, that's the easiest.
Hmm.
So if you just like and it comes out, you're like,
Yeah.
yep, I trust it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I don't want to mess with it. That's what came out. I trusted it in the moment.
It's like writing Spanish essays.
In a box truck.
I honestly, dude. Oh God, pull it up. It's called a bandwagon. I feel like they still have
bandwagon.
them.
I had no
Yeah, it's
idea.
black. It's like a big black Penske truck.
Shit.
Um,
Just got one for pins.
Yeah.
dude. No, Spanish
Just what we
essays.
need. Get rid of the Yukon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just roll up to Rolling Hills in a bandwagon.
Everybody's
Bandwagon.
just sore coming out of this.
No way it was one of those puppies.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, horse and carriage.
No
yeah, that was
shot,
it.
yeah.
That's
we
how
were
old
on
it
a
was.
budget. It was tough. Dude.
Yeah.
We only had mixtapes. Def Jam wasn't around. Well, Def Jam was around.
One of
No,
your-
band. Do like bandwagon tour bus. Bandwagon modern. Jesus. That.
Oh hell
That's
yeah.
the one, brother.
That's
That's what
sick.
they put horses in.
Not too bad. Not great.
Yeah, the
Probably look at the inside. Oh, there it is.
yeah, the inside's right there.
That's money.
I have a picture of us in front of some venue in Colorado Springs, which was our first show together with
Yeah.
me DJing for him, playing like I think Mario Kart.
Oh
actually.
shit, yeah.
Look at that bottom
Was
one,
it?
bottom
Yeah,
left.
sans
Evan,
beer.
Left.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Like that's your room? Like it's a chair?
Not
slash-
not now. Now it's much nicer, but yeah, that was.
Yeah.
But that was it.
And what, there was
It's
like,
not even a twin bed. Like
Yeah, no,
literally a sliver.
that was like if somebody described what a tour bus was like to somebody, and then they had to build it based off the description.
That was
instead
it?
Of like, yeah, that was it.
So you could go to Mars, no problem.
Mars
Live on Mars
Yeah, probably.
with that
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
with that
dude.
experience.
I'd rather live on Mars than.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was what, eight of you guys, right, on the bus? 12 of you guys?
I don't remember. It was bad.
It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
Everybody smelled. Dude, nobody could have. There was no per
Where do you
diem.
shower and stuff?
You don't.
stops.
Truck stop?
No, we never did the truck stops. Sometimes we get like a day room or something.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Like it. Just imagine being like dude number 12
Yeah.
in like a Days Inn shower. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
step in there and
That's
you almost
brutal.
slip from all the grime.
Oh.
1 bar of soap.
I lived 1,000 lives.
John would
from
love it.
22 to 25
That's wild.
One of your mantras is kind of turn your insecurities into art, right? So you want to talk about that a little bit and how you came to that, and what that means to you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about it when I was making that first EP. I was like, dang man, you went from this kid that was so confident, you went up, you freaking sing "Glycerine" by Bush, you know, in front of I don't know 30 people or whatever was huge at the time, and I
doing
think you
open mic
can't do
nights.
that anymore.
Yeah.
And that was it. It's same thing when I started running. I was like, what is something that I'm terrified of doing? Let's turn it into a habit if it's good for me. And that was it. You know, I was like, let me put it out. If people hate it, they hate it. If they love it, they love it. And ended up working out. But either way, if it stays inside, you'll never know. And that regret is way worse than what anybody can say in a comment section.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's true.
Yeah. Interesting.
And when we were at the the golf course, you were wearing shorts, so we saw your
Shorts?
tattoo. Or
He was
no,
wearing
yeah,
it.
I guess to
not
me those would be shorts,
No,
but
they're 3/4,
pants
man.
were so
They're like capris, man.
yeah, they're like
Hey, now.
capris.
Yeah, they're Caprice.
yeah, they're capris.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
But we could see
They
the
are.
little tattoo.
I've grown a little since I got them.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I haven't.
We could see the tattoo kind of on like your lower calf. Said Nick thought it said Gucci. He's like,
I thought
does
it
that
said-
tattoo say Gucci?
No,
You're like, no,
they
it
haven't
says
cut the check.
ouch.
It would though, Gucci.
Yeah,
Pull, up,
Gucci.
pull up the video, or maybe you can talk about
You
it. a
talk
little
about
bit
what
first.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have the video, Evan? Did you airdrop it to him?
Yeah, he has it.
Okay.
I went to Bali. My buddy that I was snowboarding with yesterday. I was like, oh, dude, I'm thinking about moving to Bali. I think I'm gonna be a digital nomad. Oh God.
That's sick.
And I was like, oh man, I promise. The moment you touch down, I'll book a flight. And he texted me one day and he goes, I just moved to Bali. And I sent him an itinerary. I said, does this work? He goes, yep. And I flew out the next month.
That's crazy.
Went to Bali. He's really good at like putting together things to do. So this was one of them. We were in Ubud. We went to a
Look at
sacred
that
monkey
monkey.
forest.
Is Bali as hype
This
as everyone
was
says?
with an A7R2.
Stewie, I'll give you $20 if you tell me the nearest country Bali is next to, or what part of it it's in. What country?
I don't know world. I'm not good at world geography like that. Man.
What country is Bali in?
What country is Bali in?
Is Bali not a country?
No.
It's tough.
$10
Part
if
of-
you hit the green.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. Indonesia.
I would have never guessed Indonesia. I'm not a big Indonesia guy, so.
Okay.
But yeah, this was one of the things that he did. And the next morning at 4 a.m., well, we had to wake up at 1:30. We were going on like a volcano hike. So that was part of the decision making. But they were very interested in my camera. I thought it was harmless.
The monkeys. So
Yeah.
you're at the monkeys. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, in the monkey forest, they hop up, they like touch the mic and stuff. And I didn't notice it was two of them. One was trying to get in my pack. And I didn't notice it was two of them, but the mother noticed that it was her 2 children. And she was like, "Oh, you evolved monkey, I'm going to bite you." So she ran over, she nipped me through the sock.
Right on the
got
Achilles.
blood. Yeah, dude, she was,
She went for the Achilles.
she knew.
That's
Yeah,
messed
she
up,
knew.
man.
She knew.
That's messed up.
Did you
You got a
have to get
video
shots?
of it?
Yeah.
Well, funny thing about the shots, they told me I had 2 choices. I could,
See what
tough it out
Yeah.
and see if you get hepatitis and die in 6 months,
Okay.
or just a quick $8,500 to fly to Singapore and get a shot. And at that time, that was not a choice.
Yeah.
So I instead decided to edge a panic attack all night, Googling and going deep down the Quora hole of dying of hepatitis from monkeys in Ubud, and didn't sleep and hiked a volcano the next day. And I said, look, if I don't die and there's a scar, I'm going to get ouch tattooed right above it. And I did.
That's a full-on commitment
So
there,
here's
folks.
the video, and you got the video of the monkey biting.
Look at this little guy. I mean, he looks super harmless.
Looks scary, man.
Yeah, he did. Look at that bokeh.
He's got sweet eyes.
What a great lens.
Looks like he has a.
Look at him. Look at him.
So this is one of the babies, like messing
Yeah,
with
this is the
camera.
baby. You can tell by his mohawk.
That's crazy.
And
Yep,
then
2 of
just-
them. Didn't
oh,
know. Didn't know. There's mom.
Going for the pack.
Where's mom?
Oh, you see her right over
Oh,
there.
yeah.
And then boom.
boom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nipped.
Yeah, no.
He just bite you?
Fuck.
If I learned anything, it's that our teeth have definitely gotten duller over evolution.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all of it. But yeah, they started following us.
That's wild.
Yeah.
They're just all around.
They were wild.
Probably,
Yeah, they are all around. There was
Just all
a lot.
around.
They're
Yeah.
sacred as it's a blessing. Maybe that
Getting
was
bit
good.
by a monkey is a blessing?
Did something happen from that
Um,
moment on?
Yeah, I mean, every full moon, I just go straight monkey mode.
Yeah.
Oh, thank yeah.
Well, thank God we
yeah.
just had a full moon.
That's
And it's
wild.
like, what's going on? I'm just, it's tough, but I got a tattoo out of it.
Yeah, that's sick. Ouch tattooed as well. That's baller.
Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah.
This is a little guy. Is that your only tattoo?
No, I got this one too.
Oh, okay. The eye. What's the eye for?
Insignificant. I always thought my first tattoo was going to be some big shebang, and I just got. It's actually even better story. I had just gotten back from China, and I hadn't slept yet because of the time change.
Yeah.
And my friend had just opened a tattoo shop. So we go to the tattoo shop, and I'm like, "Oh, I'll just hang with you guys. I'm really tired. I need to stay up through the day so that I sleep at a regular time."
Yeah.
And near the end of it, I was like, you know what? It'd be a great idea to get a tattoo in one of the hardest places to get a tattoo. Can you just throw an eye on my finger, like the little information eye?
Mm-hmm.
She was like, sure, we can do it. So she does it, and we have a Polaroid of me being there, and she does it. I think there was one more friend after me that was like, screw it, I'll get a tattoo. And all of a sudden, I look at my buddy, and I'm like, hey, I feel really tired. He's like, yeah, you just got back from China. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's like a different type of tired. Like, I feel like really, really tired.
Like a drug tired.
And, mind you, there were 10 of us there, and there was only one person I didn't know. I passed out because I just hadn't slept, low blood sugar, the pain straight to my hand, passed out on the one person I did not know. Just crumpled into her on whatever chair it was.
Yeah.
And I remember nothing other than waking. I'd never passed out before. I remember nothing other than waking up on the couch with like 3 dum-dum lollipops on my lap, and my friend like opening an orange going, "Are you okay?" and saying, "Somebody get a Gatorade." And I go, "What happened?" I feel so relieved. And that was
Relieved.
it. Yeah.
That was it. You were just overtired.
gonna say
How
you
long
got-
did you pass out for?
Oh, seconds.
Oh, it wasn't
Yeah.
very long.
Yeah,
Oh,
she like
okay.
rolled me over onto the couch.
Oh.
God bless her.
I thought
Don't.
you were gonna say you got bit by a Chinaman.
Yeah.
No, dude. No, one bite's enough.
Yeah.
One bite's enough. One bite. Everybody knows the rule.
One bite, everyone knows.
It applies to life.
Yeah.
Remember when we got tattoos, or you guys, I guess, got them in the Cayman Islands?
Yeah.
That was a fun trip.
That was tough because that was my first tattoo. I got like my daughter's. This is when I was 390 pounds. And,
Whoa, I didn't see that pic yet.
Yeah. Yeah. We
When you were, wait, you
we
still
pulled
are?
it up. Yeah. No, I'm down quite a bit. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get something really significant for my daughter. I'm gonna get her initials on my arm right here. And John goes with me. He's like, I'll get a tattoo. And I was like, are you gonna get something significant? And he's like, yeah. And we're in some tattoo shop, Cayman Islands, and he's looking through the book, like, of what they can do, just like randomly. And
That's a
John's like,
start.
he's going through, he's like, doesn't see anything he likes, and he's like, do you have anything with like pirates or pirate ships?
Yeah, pirates.
Probably.
Yeah, sick.
No, he wanted that, and then she's like, no, I don't think we have any pirate ships. He's like, well, what have you always wanted to do? Like, and she's like, well, I've always wanted to do this caiman flower. John's got it on his arm.
Yeah.
She's like, all right, I'll do the caiman flower, and she did
that's sick,
she did the
actually.
flower. Yeah, just like do this.
Nick was like freaking out over 2 initials for like weeks, and John was like, "Fuck it, just do whatever you want.
Yeah, dude. Fuck
You have
it.
something in mind. Just
You got a
do it."
flower you want to do?
Yeah,
Sure,
sure,
here it
do
is.
it.
Put it on my arm.
That's baller though. I like that flower.
I like flowers.
I kind of low key wanted to get a flower, but
Dude, that's how I felt about my tattoo. I was like, I don't know.
Send
yeah,
it.
sure, send it.
Yeah.
Send it.
John, didn't you get some of yours as well in like a hotel room from a football teammate or something?
Yeah.
It's a bit dodgier.
That's pushing
but
it.
What was that?
Motel room.
Bible verse.
oh, that makes it better.
Shooter to Shooter was his name.
What was his name?
Shooter to Shooter.
No way.
Sounds like an Italian dish.
But like, you know, this is his handwriting here. This isn't like font they print out.
Oh,
so
wow,
it's
that's
like
really
pretty
pretty
unique.
handwriting.
He just
yeah.
like free. He just free did that.
Yeah, he just free did it.
Damn, that's pretty sick.
It's awesome.
Had he done other tattoos before you, or was that?
Yeah, I was like the third guy in.
Oh, then
in
you're
line.
good.
Oh, you're good.
It was
Oh, it's
neat.
not
That's all that
trustworthy.
matters. But
Trustworthy.
yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty wild. So what were like some of the like when you think back on your tour days from late college to COVID? What were some of the things that pop out in your mind? Like this span was crazy. This night was crazy. Do you have anything like that comes to mind?
A wild tour memory.
Wild tour memory.
This is an explicit show. So.
Yeah, it is explicit.
Say
so
anything
You
you
can
want.
say whatever you want.
I'm not a very explicit
We've said
person.
worse.
It's like, what's one night on tour you probably won't ever forget?
Probably Madison Square Garden the first time.
Oh shit,
That'd be sweet.
that's sick.
Like I always said, if I ever just like living in New York in like my first internship,
Yeah.
like the moment I knew I really was going to go into the industry was when I moved to New York for an internship. So obviously I was living there. We came back in town. It was an iHeartRadio thing. I went back to my apartment. I dropped stuff off. I took a shower in my own place. And then I took the train to Penn Station and walked underground to MSG, popped out at like our all access entrance and walked in with, everybody,
Gang.
actual famous people around
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
And everybody's like, ah,
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, dang,
Yeah.
like coming from the kid that would hop the turnstile and like buy the frozen dumplings because they were cheaper than the $3.50 dumplings.
Yeah.
Like, that's great. Sleeping on the train, sleeping at McDonald's. To do that, I was like, oh, it happened.
Yeah, that's sick.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I was a big Kid Cudi fan when I was in high school.
Fuck yeah.
So our second tour was with Kid Cudi. And I became really good friends with Dot's and actually one of the most incredible human beings I know.
Really?
Is that
Cudi's
Kid
producer.
Cudi? Oh, he's producer.
Yep.
Okay.
So he was really good to me when I first moved to New York. But on that tour, I was learning to produce like in a more modern setting than what I had learned in high school. And he was helping me with that and like giving me programs and stuff. And I was helping him start DJing. And we did Detroit, and it was like the biggest show we had ever done at that point. It was this massive DTE Energy something amphitheater, and it was like 20,000 people. And he was like, "Hey, I want to see what you do to work this crowd from behind the curtain." So I DJ'd for them, and I was like,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
crazy.
That's sick.
and nobody knew that it was me doing it, but to like see a reaction of just like a freaking Where's Waldo book out there of just like mush. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I was just finishing Spanish papers, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So to go to that, I think that was a big turning point. And then the 2019 tour. So the 2018 tour, I had done the song Shelter that, you know, unfortunately I can't stand listening to now, but was like a big part of my journey.
Yeah.
But the 2019 tour, I did a song Stranglehold. And I had really figured out like my singing stage presence, and people were really resonating with this song. Like that was my only form of promotion, was performing it live, and doing that in arenas. I felt like was a very big step in, you know, turning your insecurities into art. Like to see the feedback. Like, oh nope, that was worth it.
What was the song you said you don't like?
Sheltered.
Shelter. I think it's just Behind Closed Doors was an EP to prove myself, if that makes sense, because I felt like I was very doubted. I would ask people for beats, like, can I get beats? Like, I really want to make these songs. Can I get something? You know, it's like, I get it. If you're making money off these beats, I'm not going to make you money. Like, you might as well give it to somebody else. So I really went back and like did everything myself. So it was a very prove yourself record where it was like, I want to show you that I can do the drums. I can get in the pocket. I can write really meaningful lyrics, but still make it poppy and still do big drops. Like, it felt very, I need to show you I can do everything. Whereas stuff now that's not out is very just like what you were asking about before. Just like a vibe. Yeah. Like, yep, I like this. Yeah. It makes sense. Cool. Done. Yeah. You know?
So it's like, so your music's like, you're making it, are you making it because you like it? Or do you think like because other people will like it?
Yeah.
Just because you like it?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. If you like it, I'm sure other people will like it.
Well, yeah.
Which is the craziest thing. And that's why you got to put stuff out is I have a friend that does big social media stuff now. And he's like, man, you just got to put stuff out again because some people are going to unfollow you, and then a lot more people are going to follow you, and those are the people that actually resonate and are here for what you're doing. Yeah. Got to put it out. Whether or not people leave and don't like it, good. Yeah. Get those people out now. Yeah, exactly. So you're not pleasing them, and get the good people in.
Yeah.
So do you have a lot of stuff right now that's ready to be released, and you're just kind of sitting on it?
I wouldn't say it's ready to be released. Like, I transferred laptops and lost a lot of files, which was very demoralizing.
No.
Yeah, especially when you forget verses.
Oh, no. Fuck.
Or you sound different. Like, the older you get, kind of the deeper your voice gets. It's hard to hit the same intonation. And it's hard to find the same energy. So that was really demoralizing. But yeah, the stuff that I have now, like in my phone, I'll listen to, or I'll play for like my friends if they come over for a cookout or something. I always host a cookout before tour. And they're like, when is this? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
You got to get it out there, man.
Yeah. Oh, no, I do. I definitely do. I'm coming back with content this year. I missed it. As much as I say I didn't. I have enjoyed living life very privately.
Yeah.
But I miss, I don't know. I miss connecting with people that I never knew I could reach or you can't reach in real life.
Right. Yeah.
So,
yeah. That's true. Well, we talked a little bit about, your music career. You're obviously a big golfer. We're a golf brand, Pins and Aces. The listeners like golf, obviously. So tell us about how you got into golf and how it kind of reinvigorated your passion in 2020 and, and beyond, I guess maybe a little post-COVID. But you're on the road a lot, and you said you're kind of doing winter to spring concerts or tours. And you got summer to golf. How do you get back into that, or how do you get into golf? And then
you said you played when you were younger, right?
Yeah, I mean, like every once in a while, like don't ruin your baseball swing level of playing. Okay. I tell people I've been making excuses longer than I've been golfing, so I'm good at one of those.
Your golf swing still is not great. I haven't seen your golf swing.
No, it's good. It's a reverse C.
It's a good
swing.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Because my excuse is I just played baseball too long. I just it's forever ruined.
Oh no, that's what I said. I didn't.
He's good.
Like 2021, I came back and golfed, and then after enjoying it so much, I'd say 2022 was when I was like, oh, let me actually improve my swing. And like, it's one thing to hit a ball 300 yards. It's much more fun to like go low.
Yeah.
And once you like cross that threshold, no, Gold Yeller, Jared. I met Jared for the first time in real life. He was supposed to do a Lego music video for me.
Oh yeah,
and
awesome.
I love Legos, dude.
Jared, he stays in touch.
Yeah,
all the time.
Yeah,
he does such.
He just
a great
texted
job
me like 10 minutes ago. Yeah.
Jared is. I don't know how he does. Jared's a top 5, not 5 person to me.
Yeah,
like, I love that guy.
Yeah,
keeps my spirits high at all times. But he's the one we met up. We went to a bar. As you know, he doesn't drink. He goes, "What do you want to drink?" I was like, "Oh, I'll take a PBR." It's like 11:30 p.m. He had just done something with like the Nuggets, and he goes, "Okay, he'll do a PBR, and I'll do whatever the biggest Red Bull you have is." And I was like, 11:30 p.m. And I was like, "All right, I'm already interested." And we talk, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm coming back to Colorado. I come to Colorado all the time for Lee's golf tournament." He was like, "You should come out." And I was like, "Oh, dude, I don't really have golf clothes anymore." Like, he was like, "I don't care. You can wear a t-shirt. I don't even wear shoes." I was like, "Okay, sold." And Jared brought me out, and Lee and Jeff were really accommodating. Jeff gave me my first like set of actually okay clubs.
Okay,
that's awesome.
Like I had my brother's Cobra set of like player improvement clubs.
Yeah,
that he used in high school. And then Jeff and Lee gave me like a stealth driver and wedges and like the P790s. And that's when I was like, oh, I can really improve my game now. And then Cardis was the one that kind of threw me into the golf online realm. He brought me out for an Adidas shoot.
That's golf in your state.
Yeah,
Cardis.
golf. Yeah, golf in your state. Shout out to Matt. Matt and I, obviously, he lives in a van. I used to live in a van.
Yeah.
It
He's the
worked.
guy we came and signed the van. He came into the photo shoot at our other building.
Oh shit, yeah.
That guy.
Yeah, he's sick. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a combination of Jared, Lee, and Jeff. Lee and Jeff are the ones that really nurtured it and let me come to King's Deer and play for free. You guys,
Yeah.
I came with Jared and
At our old building, right?
Yep.
You swung by, yeah.
I had the Masters like cheese.
Yeah. The Augusta
Cheese,
Pimento.
yeah, because I had no polos. Dude.
Yeah.
I had 0 polos. So I had Pins and Aces polos, and I wore those all like whenever I golf on that Wiz Khalifa tour. That's what I wear.
Yeah.
And then I think like a couple months after you guys gave me that, Steve Malbon reached out. He was like, "Hey man, what are your sizes and what's a good address to send you stuff? I want
Yeah.
to send you clothes."
Yeah.
And that was it. I was like, dang man, I miss the camaraderie that I get from like the golf world.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a small world for sure. I mean, we know all those guys. We did a collab with Malbon. That's the Malbon head cover. John, pull that off. Show them how steezy that was.
Wow, look
Like,
at that.
Yeah. Like, look how dope that is. It's got even the swirls on in the
It was
fur.
early too.
That was like one of our first.
Shout out Buckets Club.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
That's like a old school Malbon cover that we did with them. So it's pretty sweet. You can take that one too if you want it.
Oh, dude, no, keep it in the archives.
We've got a few. We got a few.
We got
extras.
about
Actual?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got a little
for
bit,
sure.
Dang,
Yeah, you can take the Malbon head cover. Yeah, but those guys are
Throw it up
great.
there, those.
And that was our first ever collab, wasn't it, John? Malbon?
Yeah, I think so.
It was before. Bud Light for sure. So
Wow.
we did the stamps, the ball stamps, and that head cover. But yeah, small world in like the golf community for sure. And everyone's, you know, when we first started the business, we were like newcomers. Lee was established, Malbon was established, and everyone's, you know, been more than friendly and welcoming.
That's another shout out to Malbon. You know, we were just new kids on the block, and you reached out and you're like, "Yeah, let's do it, man."
Yeah,
Like,
he was like,
wow.
"Let's
just
do
a
it,"
great-
and I was sending
great
stuff to
attitude,
Steven's
bro.
house, like samples back and
Exactly.
forth, and yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it was. Obviously, we both grew up in Virginia, and then he's really good friends with. He ran around with my New York crew that kind of my New York OGs that introduced me to the New York scene.
Steven did. Malbon?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
his brother.
Okay.
They were really good friends with the people that were my New York OGs. I didn't even know that until after, like way after the fact, months after he reached out. But he just reached out on a whim and was like, "Hey, man, I want to send you stuff." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Wow, that's so nice."
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Well, that's crazy. So then that's how you got into kind of pins, and you know, now you live. Were you living in Colorado at the time?
yeah. I've been here
Yeah.
since 2019, paying taxes in Colorado since 2020.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So about the same for me. I've been starting paying taxes in 20. No, I'm kidding. I
But
wish.
seriously,
I wish. Yeah. And so you were in Virginia, you kind of bounced around. So how you like in Colorado? You know, a lot of people want to make a trip out to here. People will like, oh, I got a layover in Colorado. I'm going to come over to Pins or whatever. How do you like Colorado? I mean, you've lived here for almost 5 years now, but
I mean, it's great. It's everything that I wanted in a place. There are very few places that I've gone. I've been to all 50 states. Obviously toured a bunch, so I got to see the cities. I got to meet the people.
yeah.
Which is a big thing too, because you can see a place and go, "Wow, this is great," and then meet the people and be like, "Ooh,
I don't know about this.
I don't want to see you
Like
in the
Scotland.
grocery store."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to come back.
But yeah, it's even in my old vlogs, like my girlfriend didn't believe me when I was like, I've said so many times publicly that I want to move to Boulder or Denver at some point. And it's all the activities that I want to do. It's very outdoors based. It's very active. People are nice.
Yeah.
It's great. You get the Midwest nice with like the outdoor activities.
Yeah.
And the good weather. Everyone always is like, oh man,
300 plus days of sun though.
We played golf today. It's February.
Dude,
You
it
know?
can be. That's why I tell people 40 degrees and sunny is short sleeves and pants.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
40 degrees and cloudy is a hoodie and a down jacket. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So
What was it? Was it 2 days ago when it was like a full on blizzard at like
Yeah.
9 a.m.?
squall.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like literally a
2
blizzard
days
for
ago.
like 20 minutes.
Melted next day.
And
Yeah.
bro, then when the sun came out and it was 50 degrees like 6 hours later.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you're walking outside through the snow in shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great place.
You don't get anything
come.
like it.
Don't come though. Don't come.
Nah, it's too
Nah.
many
Don't come.
people.
Yeah,
many people
there's
here.
no room.
Too many
There's
people
definitely
here.
no room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be shitting on Colorado a little bit more.
Yeah, it's actually
You know,
dog shit.
it's
I hate
terrible.
this state.
Don't live
Yeah.
here.
The traffic is I call it Los Angeles, Colorado.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
I call it.
Yep.
Denver.
Well,
The
especially-
traffic is
yeah,
terrible.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
traffic is
Yeah,
bad.
you're up north.
Especially where you're down. Yeah, it's fine here. Even when you get into Golden, you're fine. You're kind of going opposite rush hour.
That's why I'm trying to move outside. I'm
Yeah.
right in it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right in it. It makes it tough.
Yeah.
Well, it's about that time of the podcast. I gotta take a bathroom break.
Jesus Christ, man.
He's got a little
Guy's got a
bladder. He said
squirrel
he's got a
bladder.
little bladder.
Oh yeah.
Absolute
So,
squirrel bladders
Take
here.
a break.
We'll be back in 2 minutes.
And we'll be back now.
I just want to go to.
are on those.
Wanna go-
That's 2023.
Yeah.
We're doing tapeworms.
Interesting development during the bathroom break.
A lot happens on the
A
bathroom.
lot
break.
happens on
good
the
water.
3-minute bathroom break. We talked a lot about water. Rhetoric can distinguish between Aquafina, Dasani, Fiji. He's a water connoisseur.
Essentia.
Good to know. He's drinking water right now, but we will say we were drinking quite heavily before this at a little challenge and on the course. So
Yeah, they had me do drunk driver Mario Kart.
Yep.
So I had to have that beer, and then they made me chug a beer out of a plastic eagle, which may or may not have been sanitized. I did ask though.
Find
I
out
did
later.
ask. Yeah.
we'll see, it's good. So that brings us to the next point. John had mentioned he's doing a parasite cleanse. I don't know what a parasite cleanse is.
I've actually never heard of that.
Something
never
you
heard
do
of it.
after
We're like-
drinking out of the butt of an eagle.
Yeah. Think about it. I mean, you have raw meat, you have sushi, or undercooked pork or something.
Hopefully
or
not chicken.
unwashed fruit. You know, you can't tell me there's not a little protozoa in everybody's body in here.
Yeah, but it's good for you. Doesn't your body just fight it off and
No,
kill
there's
it
goods
naturally?
and bads. It's always
Yeah.
gonna be. That's the point. Is you can't be scared of it because you're always
Yeah,
gonna get 'em.
exactly. That's why we
But
let him
we're
do the
like
beer eagle.
the only culture that doesn't do a cleanse like that. You know, our food is cheaper, faster,
Fatter.
quicker.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like a burger. It's not grass fed, and it's fried in a seed oil with.
I think we
French
just kill it
fries,
with
you know what
Red
I mean?
40, honestly.
Yeah, so that's
Jack's
awful.
kids up too. You know, that
Through
thing.
through all that. Speaking of Red 40, threw it all away. We had some shit from like Valentine's, and it was like, get rid of anything with Red 40.
Yeah.
Everything's got Red 40. Those little circus cookies, Red 40.
Why wouldn't they?
Bro, everything. Your protein powder had Red 40, and I showed you.
Which one?
I don't know the
Your Chips
protein
Ahoy
powder.
one.
No, the fruit pebbles.
It's I mean,
Oh, yeah, I did.
it's completely banned
No.
everywhere else.
Yeah.
Like Cool Ranch Doritos,
Love those.
only in America. You go to Europe, it's called Cool American Flavor, no Red 40, and they taste so much better.
Really?
I believe
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
But think about like Thailand. You know, they have parasites there, so all their food has like curries and spices and peppers and herbs.
Smoke them out.
We're not doing that here.
Wait, there's parasites in the curry?
No, that's what helps kill the parasite, prevents it.
So
Ain't
you
nothing
get,
can kill me except
so
me.
you just get a little
You're the most-
parasite. It's kind of like Metamucil. Like it's just a little powder. It's not like an active
No, it's
parasite.
like herbal, so you want to
Okay.
get like black walnut.
So
So
how do I
known
get-
anti-parasitic.
We were talking. You know, that's come up on the pod before. We showed Rhetoric the picture.
I'm pretty
I was-
crunchy these days.
Yeah, sounds like it.
We are in Denver.
yeah, true.
Yeah,
We
it's
are in Denver.
Colorado.
Yeah.
We, you know, I lost some weight. Used to be a little bit heavier. Whatever. I could still
little
lose a
bit?
few pounds. So I don't know if I want to go full like Metamucil parasite. I want the fucking tapeworm. How do I get the tapeworm? Where do I go to
We're
get
the
one?
opposite way.
Is that black market? Like
I'm telling you,
Sure.
Johnson & Johnson's about to compete with Ozempic.
seriously.
Like, look, tapeworm is what you need. It's
Yeah.
natural. It's created. It's been here long before man.
Yeah.
Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
Tapeworm.
Tapeworm. Whoever's doing the Ozempic, the
Guaranteed
other
20
guys.
pounds in 20 days.
I would honestly, if I could lose it. Have you seen the bears? The
I was
grizzly
about to
bears?
say that. I
Have
was
you
about to
seen
say
those,
that. Yeah,
bro?
yeah.
Oh,
Have you seen the
Yeah,
bears
no,
in
that's
Alaska
terrible.
and they're walking around with like a 10-foot long
Yeah,
tapeworm
yeah,
coming
yeah.
out
That's
their ass?
that's the best
Honestly,
anti-advertisement.
Sometimes I feel like I have a
That could be you,
tapeworm in
bro.
my stomach. Sometimes I was just like some sort of creature that's
No,
living
you would
in
know.
my.
You would know.
But like, because the thing is, hear me out. Not because I got tapeworms hanging out of my ass. Not because of that. But
Look at
because
that.
yeah, I mean that's crazy. That's
Ooh,
crazy.
Nope. Nope.
I mean,
Look at the one in the water.
I mean,
No.
that's wild.
Play the video.
Seen it
don't,
once.
no, don't play
See,
the
I'm
video.
trying to
watch
avoid
it.
this.
Watch, Evan.
But because like, God damn it, Evan, why'd you click it?
No, he's got to reel it in. Reel it in,
Look
brother.
at
No
that
way.
tapeworm coming out.
He's fishing.
He's fishing.
Fly fishing. Doing a little fly fishing. Nah,
Yeah.
because like
Give me the tapeworm.
I gotta. There's something inside me, living inside me currently. I don't know what it is, but it's something. because
thoughts.
Is that a
whenever
metaphor?
no, well, it could be metaphor. I don't know, but
Yeah.
mostly because whenever I eat,
Do you got the dog in you?
I
bro?
feel like it's eating it first before it actually gets into my.
Oh no, that's
digestion.
just called
stomach
20s, and trust me, it
like
expires.
I'm always hungry.
You're saying you're a hard
all
eater?
the time.
Digestion, bro, and
You
you're
just don't want it hard
like,
enough.
Dude,
bro.
I'm just literally hungry all the time.
you're high metabolism.
Bro, last night I had a pound of ground beef. Was
You're
hungry.
not-
Was hungry 10 minutes after.
You're
I
not
ate it.
eating 6,000 calories a day right now. You're,
Who was eating 6,000 calories a
You
day?
should
you're
be.
trying to be
Who's eating
a weapon
6,000?
of mass destruction. Yeah, you
Bro,
need to.
I don't
I
even think John
literally-
Cena's eating 6,000.
I did a what do you call it? A cold stone challenge in college.
nice man.
Like ice cream?
Yeah, I ate a gallon of cake batter ice cream
So disgusting.
in like
honestly.
34 minutes.
That's
Wow.
your.
And I got
A fat piece of
free
shit.
Cold Stone for life, or
Yeah.
for a year
Yeah.
at that place. Yeah,
Nice.
1 gallon
How many
of ice
calories?
cream. It was like 17,450 or something.
Holy shit.
And we're girls like, wow, that was like really impressive.
No, there's no girls there. There was like
It was a
free
solo.
Dungeon and Dragons.
Yeah.
There was like guys playing Magic
Oh,
cards.
there were guys LARPing and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
I actually have always, since I saw Role Models in the movie,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to try LARPing.
I don't know about
I want
that,
to.
man.
What do you mean?
It'd be awesome.
I would
I'd love to commentate it, honestly.
Yeah,
I
that'd
feel
be
like that'd be
sick
great. I
too,
feel like
yeah.
that's the only thing
Yeah,
you're
I would love
missing.
that.
DJ
Yeah.
at the battle.
Yeah, it's like
But like LARPing just sounds crazy.
TK
Like,
the battle.
Barstool
It's
gets
like,
into those.
it's like, oh, what do you spend? Oh, medieval hip hop?
Yeah.
Oh, medieval house. You've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You could be down with that.
What does
but
Barstool do?
they have like weird. They sponsor like weird, like the midget fighting and like
Yeah,
the
that's sick, bro.
rough and rowdy. Like
Yeah.
Pins could do LARPing commentary.
That'd be
Like we
dope.
sponsor a LARP league.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
that'd actually be dope.
Yeah.
LARP League,
Enlightening.
LL. What is it? League. We need to make a name
League
for
of
it.
Legions or Legions of
No, not League of Legends, but I'm just saying like every like professional sports has like a 3-letter abbreviation. Like MLB, MLS,
Oh
NFL,
yeah. PGA, yeah.
PGA.
Live.
Like we wouldn't make ours.
Well, there's got to be some in Denver.
But they're for sure LARPing in Denver.
We won't say names, but we know a guy who's well into the LARPing community.
Do we?
We do?
Bro,
Vampire community.
we know.
Denver?
Oh, the vampire community. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Denver.
let's talk to him. Let's sponsor that.
Yeah.
I would.
I don't know.
Commentary?
If you
I
LARP,
would.
if you're out there LARPing, let us know.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Invite me, please.
Yeah, get us
We
out.
know someone for real.
Yeah.
We do.
We could get in
He's
on that.
hardcore, yeah. Yeah, I've asked him to go, and he won't invite me because he's like, "You're just gonna make fun of it, bro." I'm like, "Well, yeah, but I mean, I want to go."
Bro, I would get involved.
Oh, I'd
that's
definitely
what I
get
told him.
involved.
Oh, I'm getting
I was like,
involved.
I want to be
Oh,
immersed.
yeah, like I'm going
If you
hard.
have a medieval helmet, like big enough for
Oh,
my head, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's different. Well, how I understand it from this guy is there's like different communities. So some are like medieval.
In the
Some
LARP
are,
world?
Yeah.
No way.
For sure. Some are like in the Harry Potter world, like
Yes.
the
Yeah,
No
yeah.
shot. They got Harry LARP. They
No,
got
no, yeah.
Bro.
They got Harry P. LARPing.
Dude, they used to
Oh,
play.
yeah.
They used to play Quidditch at
Oh,
Virginia
yeah.
Tech in the field. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no joke. They do that, and then like he is in a vampire segment. So like he's all about like vampires.
Yeah, that's
and
kind of fire.
Like,
Vampires
what
of the
even-
Masquerade.
Like,
pretty
what does that
cool.
look like?
Bro.
Vampire LARPing.
So he wears like vampire clothes,
Well,
red
obviously.
contact
Right,
lenses.
obviously.
He's got the
I know,
fake
but like
teeth.
the
Does
goal
he have
of
like
like
a neck
LARPing.
guard?
Just bite each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, but usually
Yeah,
there's
he
like
does.
there's like battles going on. Are they just like are you just like,
Fighting.
Kind
He-
of, biting
different?
He
people?
takes it, bro. He takes it so serious.
But like,
that
what do you do? What's the objective?
you read some
It's
story.
social.
There's like a
It's just
social
community.
thing.
No,
yeah.
I know, but like medieval LARPing, they're like in a battle.
Can
They're
I
like
explain
battling and
to
shit.
this guy? I'm
Matrix
trying to
keeps-
explain it to
Matrix
you.
cut me off. Go
I'm
ahead.
trying to tell you.
Go.
There's different levels.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
role models where they like Vampires of the Masquerade is what it's called. So they dress up like this on the right hand side.
That's tough, man. That's
And
like
they
Vampire
do-
Diaries.
So they dress up and then they read like a story somehow, and then like they follow along with like the story
It's like-
play.
Oh, like acting out.
There's
kinda
like a
It's like
lead,
doing a
someone
murder
will
mystery.
update it. It's like
Oh,
murder
that's
mystery
sick.
type stuff.
Yeah,
Murder
yeah,
mystery
okay.
So
dinner.
it's not like swords and fighting, and I'm like, well, do you beat the shit out of somebody? And he's like, no, we don't do any of that. We like roll dice, and it's not as fun.
That's actually so civil. That's
I
wild.
know it's civil. And then there's ones where they have like the foam swords and shit.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
Yeah.
tough.
that's-
I would.
Yeah,
I'll get involved in that.
that's
That's
what I
what
want
we
to
need
do.
to commentate on.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
It was funny.
actually.
Wait, remember your birthday party? We went paintballing.
Yeah.
You were like 12.
Yeah.
I don't know where it was. We went paintballing. It's kind of the same thing. And we're paintballing, and I'm on a guy's team, and we're like in this field, and he gets sniped. Like someone
Right,
hits him
just
right in the
smoked.
glasses, and he lays down. I'm like, bro, where did that come from? Like, I don't want to get shot. And he's like, I'm dead, bro. I cannot tell you.
Oh.
And I was like,
I respect
I was like,
that though.
all
bro.
right,
Come in,
bro, like,
dude.
Fine, yeah.
where'd it come from? But like some of these guys, it's like the paintball. Like they got the straps with all the different colored balls.
Bro,
and
it's
Oh
they're,
yeah,
like,
they got the
floating up.
pods and
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, they
Ghillie
got
suits.
They got the ghillie
Oh,
suit.
You see
dude.
someone with the ghillie suit
Oh,
with
you already know.
paintball, you're like, ah,
Oh, you're like,
You're getting
fuck.
sniped,
Yeah.
brother. The airsoft people.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
hope I'm on that guy's team.
Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Harry Potter LARPing though?
We got rogue LARPed one time on tour. We were like parked in a parking lot.
Wait,
and
what is
some
it?
dude like just rogue like some LARPer. I have a video. Some dude just like pulled up on us, popped out of his car, and had like all foam stuff. And he runs up to our lighting guy and hands him a foam sword, and they start fighting.
That's so lit.
I kid you
oh,
not.
would be
rogue.
pretty
Like you mean
fun.
like you
Yeah,
went
like
rogue,
a rogue
he was
LARPer.
just-
Yeah, there was no there.
He came into me. He's getting,
Dude,
Bro, he's
set,
getting-
getting popped.
no, he had a helmet and everything.
That's
yeah,
actually
no.
so sick.
And he didn't speak. He would just be like, and he handed him the foam sword.
What was he dressed up in?
And they fought
Gotta commit.
like a
Medieval shit?
like a baseball helmet with a cage on it. And, yeah, dude, I gotta find it. I gotta
That's
find the
sick.
video.
Nah, but Harry Potter, I know
don't think
the
it's on
spells,
this
man.
phone,
Like
though.
you're done.
Have you seen the
That's what I'm
video of the LARPer who's like interviewed at a murder scene and he
What?
like ruined the crime scene because he was trying to cast a healing spell?
Lying.
Is
that a real video?
Yeah.
It's like on the
Can you
news?
find that,
It's like-
Evan?
Look up like.
Yeah, go ahead, Google that.
It wasn't
LARP.
the divorced dad's guy, was it?
LARPer ruins
Dude,
crime
my
scene.
buddy
Like
got me
LARP
doing that.
murder
Oh, you seen those?
interview
How
or
funny is
something.
that?
So good,
I love that.
so good. He was like, I got you a birthday present,
Yeah, that
and you're
guy.
never gonna guess what it is because I sent it to him.
Is this guy?
Yeah.
He was casting spells, man, and he ruined it.
Is it real?
Uh
Yeah, this is divorced dad.
Oh yeah, that's divorced dads.
So
Yeah,
this is a skit.
yeah.
Okay.
Skit.
oh, it's not real.
Yeah.
Well, it's
This
still awesome.
It's
Wait, I
so.
wanna
This
see,
guy's
though.
so funny.
We were in the middle of our tournament when my friend John said he found a body in the bushes over there. I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell, which didn't work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
Uses a lot of glitter.
Comedy.
That's
Dude.
divorced dad's guy.
Oh,
he's
perfect.
so funny.
That was a
Yeah.
skit?
Yeah. He's
That's
so
baller.
funny. He's so
Oh
funny.
my god.
Yeah. He finally pulled the house. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, do you know when he's reading the cards?
Yeah, yeah.
And he's like, "Come on, give me the house, give me the house." And he's like, New Balance shoes or whatever.
Oh,
like Boeing
holographic
shoes.
grill or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And he's like, "Give me the house, give me the house." He finally pulled the house.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Damn.
That's what we need to go find in Denver.
Yeah.
Right, I'll find it.
A divorced father?
No. We'll probably find a lot of those. No, a real LARP league.
Oh yeah, you gotta find it.
That's what we got.
I'm joining the Harry. I'm joining the Harry
Pull
Potter
me
one
in,
as soon as
brother.
we find it.
I'm coming for the
Oh
snitch.
fuck yeah.
All day,
Oh
every
yeah.
day. Yeah.
If we play some Quidditch, you're done.
Never,
Done.
Yeah, you're dusted.
Never
I don't know.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
fucking
he doesn't
weird.
watch
He doesn't
Harry
want to
Potter.
watch. He
doesn't
thinks he's
get
too
it.
cool for Harry Potter.
John probably's not into it
Yeah,
either.
you don't like Harry Potter either? No, you're a Lord of the Rings guy. I know.
Harry Potter's for bisexual Wiccans.
Wow.
I don't know about
How
that.
dare you?
How dare
This
I'm a
man,
Lord of the Rings.
this
How dare
man
you.
definitely has
Lord-
a parasite inside him.
Lord
right
of the
now.
Rings.
I hope that parasite sticks in you for life.
Lord of the Rings, 100%.
Ugh.
Bro, it's
Same.
insane.
It's
I'll
it's
tell
the
you the
best
only
3-hour
Lord of the
nap
Rings.
I've ever had.
Agree. The first Lord of the Rings movie, I went to my uncle when the first one came out.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
literally left halfway. It was so bad.
I fell asleep, so I couldn't leave.
I couldn't.
I'm
couldn't get
definitely. I like Lord of the Rings. But I'm definitely way into Harry Potter.
Me
way
too.
more.
I love Harry
I
Potter.
mean, it's
Explains a
crazy,
lot.
man.
I do love Luna
joking?
Lovegood, though.
I've seen like one of them.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
What happened?
I liked Hobbit. I like the Hobbit book.
What happened?
The only part I've seen is like,
Yeah,
when-
it's not even like you've seen it. It's like you probably saw like a clip on like TV.
well, you would know if you'd listen.
Go ahead.
The only part I've seen is like when Harry's in his house and the little goblin guy like comes and he's making ruckus upstairs. and- Bro, that's a scene. What are you talking about? That's a
Dobby?
scene. Bro, you
talking
can't
about
tell me that's not in the
Dobby?
movie. He's upstairs being loud and he goes upstairs and tries to quiet him down and then he runs into the cake or something like that.
I'm not gonna lie. If that's what if I was like, "What's Harry Potter about?" and you said, "Oh, so it's about this wizard kid and a goblin. He's making a little ruckus," I'd be like, "Never mind. Lord of the Rings, please."
That's Dobby up in his
Yeah,
room.
yeah,
That's the most
yeah.
uncultured answer I've ever heard in my
Bro,
life.
I know what Harry
Dobby.
Dobby.
I know what it's about,
Dobby.
but you asked me to see
Dobby is a
the movie
free
I've
elf.
watched. That's the movie I've watched.
Oh,
That was-
we've strayed so far from the plot.
Oh my god.
That's what I've seen.
That's where it goes, man.
This all started from the parasite.
He runs into the kid. That was
I'm not
comedy,
drinking
bro.
alcohol.
Making a ruckus upstairs.
Did that not
Diet Cola.
happen?
Runs into the cake.
Runs into the kid.
More or less, that happened, bro.
Holy shit. It's actually crazy because almost 100% of that was wrong.
It really
Yeah,
was.
honestly.
Not at all.
It was pretty close. I'm going to go like 97% of what you said was wrong.
Not at all. He's
There
got-
was a cake. And Tommy
parents
was
don't
upstairs.
like him. They're getting mad at him. Parents don't like him. They're getting mad at
The
him.
elf? The parents don't know about the elf.
No. They're getting mad at Harry because he's supposed to be
Goblin.
upstairs, and the little elf guy is
Dobby.
making the noise. Yeah, that guy.
Dobby runs. He never runs into a cake, Evan. I
Or
didn't even have to
something
look it up.
happens. He trips somebody up, and they fall into it.
No.
Even
Not what happens.
I'm gonna be honest. Even Google's confused right now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Dobby uses his
Look at the
magic.
search. Look at the search. Dobby ruins the cake.
Dobby ruins cake.
Bro, that.
Cutscene of Dobby and the cake. YouTube.
You haven't seen the cutscenes, bro.
Dobby
Have you
uses
seen the
magic
movie,
to
Evan?
Evan, have you seen the movie?
Yeah.
Oh man.
See?
You guys.
Sad.
I mean, that's crazy.
We'll take a poll.
I'll honestly, I'll
Right
live and
after
die
this
for
ad.
Harry Potter.
Oh, there's the cake.
There's the cake.
Oh, exactly.
There's Dobby.
Yeah, we'll
Jumps on it or
no.
something.
It's just not what happens at all. He uses his magic.
He uses
Snap.
magic and he
Lifts it up.
bakes it and drops it on
I
the.
haven't seen this since.
So he ruins it.
No.
That's what I said.
No.
falls into
He
the
doesn't.
cake.
He puts it on the dickhead mom. Or what's his aunt?
Yeah. No, it's the boss. They had the.
No, that's her. That's his mother.
No, it's from his work. Remember? The
Oh,
mother he
yeah,
blew
you're
up
right. Yeah, you're
the-
right. You're
the
right. Yeah,
aunt,
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He's the what's
dropped the cake.
What's the son's name though? I love him.
Dudley.
Dudley. Yeah, Dudley. And
Told
boom.
you. Ruined it.
Yeah, he didn't run into the cake, pal.
Ruined
Anyways.
it, though.
Anyways,
All right.
Count
Close.
it.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was
remember
close.
it. And I've seen it.
Anyways, I'll
that
live
was
and die.
funny, man.
Harry
I
Potter.
gave that. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That was good times.
Well,
Anyways, I'll live and die for Harry Potter. Thank you.
usually the podcast goes in all kinds of directions, but
Yeah.
eventually we get back to business a little bit.
Boo.
Rhetoric talked about how
Ooh.
Rhetoric-
So how's your personal life?
Rhetoric talked about how he kind of grew some of his songs organically through TikTok, stuff like that. Nick, how did you kind of grow the brand organically? Because a lot of the stuff we do is like that. We were before
Well-
TikTok. So you couldn't really use TikTok as much.
Yeah, and TikTok's all organic, like all of our followers on that. We've had a couple of videos that have one has like 8 million views. That's all organic, but it's kind of like to what Rhetoric said. We can relate to a lot to it in the sense that like we're gonna post stuff that people aren't gonna like and they're gonna unfollow. We're gonna post stuff that people are gonna like and we're gonna gain more followers. And we've had a net gain over the years. We're just doing this as organic as we possibly can. We're going to come out with designs and collaborations that we think are going to resonate, and our fans, our customers are going to like it, and we're going to get new ones into the brand. So I think you got to stay true to that. You know, there's so many companies today, and probably musicians. I saw, who's the guy from Big and Rich, the country song, whatever.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
No, that's Toby Keith, but the guy Big
No,
and
that's
Rich.
big and rich.
No, that's
bro.
big and rich.
Save a horse.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of beer for my
Whiskey for my men and beer for my horse.
You're gonna argue music
Anyways,
with the music guy?
Are you gonna argue country music with a hip hop
How
DJ?
fucking dare you? Yeah.
Stupid.
Take it back.
He was saying though, there's like and this is what bro, with country music, I like true country, like Shania Twain, like back in the day.
Bro, shut
Toby
up,
Keith,
Shania Twain, man.
Merle Haggard. I love like
Okay, there you go.
real country.
Kenny?
Dolly?
Come on, Kenny.
Dolly?
Some Dolly.
Kenny?
Kenny Loggins or Kenny Powers?
Chesney?
Chesney? No.
Powers.
Yeah.
You got a country
I don't
song?
like Kenny Chesney. No, I don't like Kenny. He's not real country. He's like pop
She
country.
thinks my track
So
What about
the whole
Willie?
point. Oh yeah, I love Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
George.
for sure.
What about George?
Oh, he's
George Strait.
He's the king.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good.
I like George Strait.
Good stuff.
But my point being is, he came out and said like all country music sounds the same. It really does. It's lifted truck, beer, back roads, mini skirt,
Girls.
pretty girl, Friday night at the bar.
Why do you say it in that
All the
accent?
songs
Why
are
are you
the
saying it
same.
in that accent?
I'm working on my musical career, man. Who knows? Maybe I want to have a little auto tune on piano with that. You know, I've got
working on it.
I
The whole
got
formula. You got the formula,
Feedback.
bro.
Back road, lifted trucks,
That's what it is.
beer.
Find me
I
a
worked
country
hard
song
to get
that's
rid of my
actually-
southern
But
accent.
actually, we were driving back from AZ and we were playing Liam played that country song, and you're like, guaranteed. Song starts. You're like, guaranteed is going to be what? Trucks, beer, girl, and what else?
Like a bar.
Yeah, and it was
Friday night.
Like
Friday night.
25 seconds in, it was all three.
All three. In 25 seconds.
Yeah.
It's all the same. So, you know, it's just like, so we're just trying to do like our thing. We're not controlled by anyone. His point was like, hey, LA and New York like own the country music space and probably other music spaces as well, mainstream. And so we're just trying to do like our own thing. I mean, if it works, great. We're hoping it does. And if it doesn't, I guess we're screwed. But we haven't been in too bad a shape so far.
Most people like it. Some people don't.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Exactly. So. Yeah.
Especially on the TikTok. I love some of the comments.
Oh, bro. Yeah, the
TikTok.
comments are great.
It's like 80 to 85% of it's positive. Obviously, you're going to get people who shit on it. Yeah. Especially like liquor stick, beer sleeve. Some of the comments are fucking hilarious.
They are funny.
They're like, who let these college frat bros out of the cages? Like with like the liquor stick and shit like that. They shit on it.
Sometimes I like to bait a good comment. And post something. And I'm like, ooh, I know what somebody's gonna say, and I can't wait to say something back.
Yeah, exactly.
You get the people riled up, and now people are like, this is why it's like so fake and inorganic. Now people like intentionally like mispronounce a word. Like they'll be like Harry Potter, and they'll be like, "Oh, how's he saying Harry Potter?" Like
that's
Harry
just an
Potter,
IQ
you know?
test.
And I'm like,
that's all that is.
It's for people to comment to drive the algorithm up.
Yeah, true.
That's what I'm saying. It's an IQ test for their general audience of like,
you said Harry Potter. Yeah, of course you did.
Of course. He knows the real word. Yeah, you know,
for you, dummy.
Yeah,
you know, like,
for you to comment.
Yeah.
This is where you got to remember the average.
Look, honey, I really got him.
The average reading level in the U.S. is 5th grade,
and it's getting worse.
Really?
It's getting worse. Yeah, it's getting worse.
Sweet. You're in that camp.
You think I'm in the 5th grade reading level?
Close to it.
Really?
Yeah.
I could read.
We'll do a test.
What's the average words per minute? I guarantee I'm 20 words higher.
Whoa, that's a big statement.
Bro, guaranteed.
You're walking into a test.
Evan, pull up Google.
Bro, go ahead. What's the average words per minute, Red?
No, not average.
Not speed.
What reading
What's the 5th grade level? We should do.
You said it.
Are
Yeah,
you
the
smart?
5th grade level.
We should do. Are you smarter than a 5th grader on the pod right now? Get some questions. Pull those questions up. Guaranteed. I'll
Put a beer in that eagle, and we're answering some 5th grade
Are you
questions.
smarter than a 5th grader? Guaranteed you get. The average reader can read 238 words per minute.
You're not getting that,
Silently,
buddy.
when reading aloud, the average reader can read 183 words per minute.
whoa, you can't read
Previously,
that.
it had been thought the average adult reads at a rate of 300 words per minute.
Man, hit the remix.
Can you get some smarter than the 5th grade questions
Bro,
up here?
yeah, but I can't see the answers. Actually, I just won't look.
Yeah. We won't look.
Yeah, but guaranteed I'll dust these questions. Some of the questions they ask.
Guaranteed I'll dust.
Some of the
not
questions,
gonna lie.
Losers.
some of the questions they ask.
No phone. Give
No
your phone to
fucking
Evan.
way that these questions, that 5th graders know these questions. There's just no way.
Sure.
All right, first
Okay.
one.
What's the capital of Russia, Stewie?
Moscow?
Okay.
Gotta be.
Good. Okay. What is the process of water turning into vapor called?
Evaporation?
Oh, wow. Okay. What is the tallest mammal on Earth?
That's like animal. That's like any animal, right?
Mammal.
Mammal.
Do you know what a mammal is?
Right.
What is a mammal? Let's ask that first. What's a mammal?
Bonus question.
Bonus question.
Extra points.
5th graders don't know that question.
What
That's
is
not
a
in the
mammal?
book. I
Do you
don't-
know what a mammal is?
A mammal is an animal that lives on land. Is it not?
No.
What is a mammal?
Dude, a snake is honestly my favorite mammal.
Bro.
Animal? No, fuck, that's a reptile.
That's right. Snake is a reptile.
Mammals.
No, a snake is a reptile.
You're be joking me.
No.
You don't know
The
what a
tallest
mammal
mammal on
is?
Earth.
Hold on.
the tallest mammal on Earth, I would go
Evan.
giraffe.
Don't scroll.
You saw the word.
Scroll.
He did see
No,
the
I didn't
word.
fucking see the words.
He did.
It's a fucking giraffe.
You don't know what a mammal is, but you do know that the tallest one is a giraffe.
I know the tallest animal is a giraffe.
Yeah.
You don't know what a mammal is, though.
Not by book definition.
That was a bonus question though. That was bonus.
We're not going for bonus
grade.
questions.
Who was the
You learned
first
that in
person
sixth
to
grade.
step
Yeah.
on the moon? Number 4.
This is a toughie. in
Mr. Armstrong. I'm
2024.
pretty sure it's Neil.
What's the first?
Neil?
Neil. All right.
Or the cameraman
No.
who put the camera on.
It was whoever was made the video.
Actually, the correct
it's
answer
whoever
was we
made
never
the,
went to
it's
the
whoever
moon.
made the video at
That was the
NASA.
correct
Trick
answer.
question.
Oh.
What's the process of a caterpillar turning into a butterfly called?
That'll be very.
Metamorphosis.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Dude,
we're
put this
doing-
man
Oh
on.
my God!
Who wrote the Harry Potter book
Are you
series?
shitting me?
Hit him.
My girl J.K. J.K. Rowling.
Okay. What's the capital of Australia?
Oh fuck.
Or nar.
I
Come on.
know what he's
now.
gonna say. It's
Come on
wrong.
now.
The only city you know in Australia.
I know several. Melbourne.
Okay.
Close.
Nice.
Oh, you guys all.
I knew it was Canberra.
I said
just saw it
Melbourne.
on TikTok. I know it's Canberra. It's not Melbourne.
Oh no, I didn't know it was Canberra.
What's
Yeah.
the process?
If you would
by-
have put that word on the screen, I would have gone, probably an animal with a pouch.
yeah, no shot. I would have said Canberra.
Oh, this is what's the process by which plants make their food called?
What am I, stupid?
Yeah.
Photosynthesis. Yep. Next.
right.
Thank you. Next.
Okay. Oh, who wrote Romeo and
he's-
I already
Juliet?
know it's Shakespeare.
You saw it.
Okay.
I
you
already
did
know it's
see it.
Shakespeare.
What's the capital of France? Trick question.
What do you mean it's a trick question? Is it do you guys know the answer?
Yeah, of course.
Don't say yeah, of course.
I do.
Yeah, capital of France?
Des Moines.
Des Moines.
Capital of France is
Go ahead. Scroll.
I don't know, actually. The capital of France is Paris.
on.
Oh, I should have known. Paris.
Come on.
I should have known.
If a backyard is 50 feet long and 20 feet wide, how many square feet is the yard? Uh-oh. Math. The math
Yeah, I
section.
hate math. But you just do 50 times 20.
Which
So,
is
which is 100. No, 1,000.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Oh, we're on a roll. I've only missed one?
Yeah.
These fifth graders can suck my
All right,
dick.
celeb couples who broke up for a day.
Before getting back together.
Oh, okay. Here's a music one. So, Chase, shut up. In classical music, what instruments usually comprise a string quartet?
Oh.
You know 'em.
Like violin,
I mean, don't look at me. I'm not going to confirm. But yeah, that's one of them.
just like string instruments, like violin, harp.
He's not going to get the last one.
I don't know the last one. Do you know the last one?
Yeah.
Brother, first off, it's a quartet.
There's 4 of them.
Bass.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
All right.
Violin, harp,
No.
cello.
No harp.
Cello.
No harp, brother.
The cello.
harp
No
was
harp.
a weird
harp.
one
The harp
to throw
one?
in.
Get off the Shakespeare. Yeah.
Harp was a weird.
The cello.
Violin.
Violin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cello.
Oh, yeah, I got cello.
Oh.
Bass.
Cello, you got a bass.
Uh-huh. And then one more of these.
Is it a smaller violin?
It's actually a bigger violin.
It's a bigger one?
Yeah.
It is actually smaller violin.
It's a smaller word, though.
What's it start with? Viola.
How'd you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
2 violins, viola, and a cello. I thought it
Oh,
was
there's no bass?
Oh, no bass? Oh.
What? Nobody's over there. Bump, bump.
Oh.
On the periodic table,
Yep,
which
I
element
do
is
hip-hop.
Oh. You don't know this one.
Nitrogen?
Okay. Keep
Which
going.
element?
It
I-
is nitrogen. Oh, I'm
You know the
seeing
answers,
Na,
buddy?
Salt.
I
Na
mean,
is
you know,
salt.
75 yards.
And what month do Americans go trick or treat? Okay.
Come on.
Not
This is
Dobie.
easy.
You're doing pretty good.
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm impressed, Stewey. Except for the mammal thing.
What's the hardest mineral?
Yeah.
Diamond?
Yeah.
Nice, Stewey.
What is a paleontologist study?
Paleontologist.
What is a paleontologist study?
Well, now he saw it.
I don't even know what the question is.
What a paleontologist study.
Oh, it's I don't know. I said where, but I guess now I see it's fossils. I would have got that.
Damn, what was the Sugar Act?
Who invented the light bulb?
Who? Yeah, this is a good one. Who invented the light bulb?
Phillips Hue.
I want to say my boy Ben Frank, but I know it's not. Thomas Edison.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Can we get back to this mammal thing?
Okay, yeah.
What?
Yeah,
That wasn't that
What's
much
a
of a
mammal, though?
Honestly, I don't think anyone's ever asked me what's a mammal.
Bro, you learn it in literally first grade.
you think I
can't
remember
believe a bass isn't in a quartet.
I
That,
didn't-
that messed me up.
Yeah, that
I thought
messed me
it
up.
was-
2 violins?
Yeah.
two violins?
That's
the
what happens
cello
when I
would
wasn't
be
allowed
the
to do
bass.
orchestra.
Yeah.
Right?
I did a little. I played the flute.
Yeah, I guess
back in the day.
you really don't need a bass.
You don't?
Back to the mammal.
Because 2 violins, you can.
What
Back
about
to the mammal.
What was it?
Melody and
What
harmony.
is a mammal? Stewie, come on. I mean, don't be dumb.
You know it.
You know what a mammal is. There's two key factors that qualify an animal.
An animal.
No. Stewie, 2 key factors that qualify an animal to be considered a mammal.
Right.
There's one exception, the platypus. Give me the main definition of a mammal.
I feel like if I could have given you the definition, I would have given it to you by now.
Wow. Okay.
Are
A
you
mammal.
You're saying hair? You're saying hair?
Yeah. Hair.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah.
The
Live birth.
Live birth?
Yes.
Never.
Live birth and
That was
hair.
never told to me
A
ever
whale,
in my.
a dolphin, those are mammals.
No, that was never.
A shark gives live birth, but it does not have hair, so it's not a mammal.
That was never
a
told to me,
platypus
but-
is the only exception because it does
When did you
have
learn?
eggs.
When did you learn that?
First grade?
Never. My first
Yeah.
grade teacher.
Okay,
Shame
yeah.
on you.
Bro.
Honestly, shame
Shame
on
on
you. My
you.
first grade teacher.
Yeah.
I don't know, even remember who it was, but shame on you.
Amphibians?
Who was my first grade teacher?
I only remember my
Mine was
kindergarten
Hispanic
teacher, and she was cracked.
Smoke.
What?
Yeah.
Smoke?
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was.
Miss
First, gonna
Banning.
be honest.
Miss Manning.
Miss Banning.
Miss Banning.
Yeah.
Banning.
I had a high school English teacher who was pretty good looking, Miss Yeager. Shout out if you're listening.
I had a smoke. Well, we're not going to get into that story.
Tell us about the
grade
cruise
teacher.
ship story.
Huh? No.
No?
Another time.
Another time?
Well,
I mean, come on.
yeah. I mean, the cruise
That's
ship.
PG-13.
That's PG-13.
Yeah, it's PG
You
because
didn't do anything.
I
You
was
were
scared.
Yeah,
I was
you
scared.
were scared. You were a scared little hoodlum.
Yeah, so I was on a cruise ship, 18, senior year of high school, spring break, drink on the cruise. You know, you're 18. So I'm at the casino with my dad, and you had to, whatever age you were when you left port, or whatever the legal limit was when you left port. So we left the Bahamas. 18 was the drinking age and gambling age, so I could gamble. So I go to the casino, like $50, lost like in like 10 minutes.
Nice.
This lady next to me, who's sitting next to me and my dad, she's 49. She gives me $200 in chips.
She just gives you $200?
$200. 200 chips. I was like,
Buying
oh,
them.
that's okay. I'm like,
Like, did she saw
I'm like,
you
I'm not
down
gonna
and
pay you
she's like,
back.
she's like, here,
yeah.
babe.
And
She's
I
like,
was
here,
playing
babe.
with my dad. I was like, kind of sitting with him for a couple hands at blackjack. She's like, no, here you go. And I'm like, well, how am I gonna? I can't pay you back. Like, I'm gonna lose. She's like, don't worry, you can pay me back later.
She
Kinda
smoke, though?
winky. She's kind of hot. Yeah.
She
for
gave
sure.
you a little winky?
Yeah, she did. Her son was on the TV show with Life of Ryan.
I don't know what that is.
Ryan Sheckler was like an MTV show
Oh, shit, I
back
love
in the
Ryan
day.
Sheckler, yeah.
Yeah, it was like his show.
He's a mammal.
Yeah, he is a man.
counts.
And also
Mammal.
a skateboarder.
She would have taught you some things.
Anyways, she was like, "Hey, you can pay me back later. I'm with my dad." And then she like got up and left like 20 minutes later and slid me her room key,
Love that.
and it had like the room number on it. And she's like, "Come by tonight at like 9 p.m."
You're
So, you know, I'm in there, or I'm like, so I'm hanging out with some guys I met on the cruise ship, and they're like, "Gave me," and I mean, it's so anticlimactic. I was so scared of like. Now I would have been like, "Fuck, I'm going to her room. Like, I'm seeing my parents in the morning."
I would have been scared too, honestly.
I was very scared.
So you get to the room.
I get to the room, just knock on, I can hear like the shower going, like she's in the shower.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I just like knock on the door, throw the card key under the door, and run away. That's all.
Did
it
you
was.
hide the
That's
rest of
criminal.
the
Scared.
cruise?
And how many?
Yeah, I didn't want to see her.
You still had dates left on the cruise after that, right?
Yeah, there's like 3 days.
Did
I
you
never
ever-
saw her again.
You never saw her again?
Never saw her
She
again.
probably jumped overboard.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dick.
Blood's
So-
on your hands, bro.
Yeah.
It's all on you, man.
It's all on you.
It is
Yeah.
all on
Pretty
you.
anticlimactic,
Call that a
but I was
parasite
scared.
cleanse.
Why do you say
Yeah.
climatic?
Yeah.
Why do you say climatic like that?
Climactic? I don't know.
Anticlimactic?
Do you know what that means?
Anticlimactic?
Yeah.
Yeah, it means like there was not a climax.
Yeah,
before, it's-
exactly. Yeah.
But why do you say it like that?
I don't know.
Say it again.
Anticlimactic? Climactic?
What do you
Does sound a
emphasize?
bit
Yeah,
weird.
why do you-
Anticlimactic?
you emphasizing this?
Anticlimactic? I don't know.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Say it like a normal person.
Anticlimactic.
It's the clip.
Anticlimactic.
Bro, have you heard people say we have like Coloradoans have an accent?
Yeah, you guys do.
Do we
Well,
actually?
Midwest. Dude, I used to have a Southern accent. My public speaking teacher was like, if you want to go into like, you know, a forward-facing
Yeah.
whatever, because I wanted to be like a news reporter or
Yeah,
some
yeah.
shit.
That'd be sick.
They were like, you have to neutralize your accent.
Yeah.
It has to be a very familiar neutralized accent,
Yeah.
especially at that time. Like a Southern accent was kind of not viewed as,
Right.
They
as
think you're dumb.
intelligent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it wasn't like super Southern. Like I'm
Yeah.
still Virginia, but
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like a Southern beach accent.
Yeah, yeah.
So I worked so hard to get rid of
Is it thick in Virginia, the accent?
like Southern redneck Virginia for sure.
Really? Damn. Can you imagine Rhetoric on... And now to Rhetoric for traffic on I-25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Out here on I-25, we got, I tell you what, brother, I've never seen this many potholes in my whole life. There are so many potholes out here.
So that's your real voice.
No, no,
That's not usually
no. That's like
This is
a
all an act.
caricature.
Yeah.
at
I
this
know,
point.
I know.
No, but there is a speech of me in high school. I'm sure you probably seen it with whatever you looked up.
Yeah.
That I gave in high school. That makes sense. Where my accent is kind of like I say
Yeah, yeah.
Southern, like I had Southernisms.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
y'all.
Y'all.
was
I
kinda
love-
thrown out.
I love saying y'all.
I still say y'all,
Yeah.
but it's like a y'all.
Yeah.
Not like y'all.
I have cousins in Mississippi, and it's just, I get it from... I had like a wedding that I went to in Mexico.
Yeah.
And like everyone from there, like went to Ole Miss, like went to South Carolina.
Yeah. See, that's
And,
different.
Yeah, but like I went into the
That's
wedding,
deep.
like I went into Mexico being like, oh yeah, it's my cousin Kyle is getting married, like my cousin Kyle, and they're like, oh Kyle,
Kyle.
you're Kyle's cousin, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm Kyle's cousin.
No,
And I
that
love
thing in
saying
there is
Kyle.
called the commode.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
That's how
I love that shit. Yeah,
Do you?
yeah. Do you?
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you?
Do you guys know? Do you know about
Do
that?
you, son?
Yeah. Do you know about that guy that, like, cause speaking of Liam being weird, knowing all these facts, like that guy who knows, like he's always on TikTok, like the white dude who's like going to ask all the rappers like ASAP and like ask him like these super.
Nardwar?
Is that who he is?
Oh yeah, that's why I call him.
Oh, okay,
Narwhal.
okay.
Narwhal's great. I love Narwhal.
How does he know all those facts?
I don't know. He just
Does
he
his
looks
research,
that's his
bro.
thing.
Bro,
Yeah,
but ASAP's been like ASAP Rocky's like, bro. He's like, I've only told one other person.
We hung out
Really?
with him. We hung out with him for a while after a show in Canada.
Did he like interview Logic one time?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Couple times, yeah.
That's sick.
And he hung out with us and stuck around, and we like asked him questions and stuff, and he's just like, "This is what I love to do," and he just researched.
Maybe he gets you guys drunk and like.
No,
he just knows.
he just knows.
That's
he just
wild.
does research.
That is wild.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out.
That's who
Narwhal.
I need to watch.
Yeah, honestly, bro, he's crazy. He's everywhere. He interviews all like the famous people. Like, all the
How does he
rappers, all
get
the
to
music
'em?
peoples. He's just around.
No, I mean, he just pushed.
Yeah, he's just around.
Yeah, he just pushed. He used to just like push through. Like, I won't take no for an answer, and get up and just interview people.
And, like,
whether it was for
yeah.
2 questions, 1 question somebody didn't answer, and then he publish it.
Bro, like he has
As
like
the person hated him, he'd publish it.
Like he'll ask like Lil Wayne like a question, and it's like they're like,
Why are you here?
like why?
Yeah.
Like how? Number one, how did you know that? And like, who are you? They
Really?
get like
Person-
they
yeah,
get
you
like
just
so
person-
shooken
yeah.
up about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wild.
Huh.
So basically, Liam is what's his name? Narwhal.
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 Mammal. No, Nardwar.
Nardwar.
Yeah.
That's way cooler.
And the guy from Hot Ones. Like, I feel
He's
like he does
good.
a
Bro,
good
he's
job,
good.
man.
He's-
I've seen
Yeah.
people. I've seen him ask people questions, and they're like, "How did you know that?"
Yeah.
It's a good question.
And they'd be like, "Wow, that's the most well structured question I've ever been asked in my life."
Yeah,
they like get
I've-
freaked out.
I really respect like good journalism nowadays.
Yeah.
Where, like people really care about
Yeah.
asking.
It's like
good questions.
basically Chase is saying all my questions have been dog shit.
You suck.
Pretty much.
That's totally fine.
Pretty
Well,
much.
we do
did
have
learn what a mammal was.
Yeah, we did learn animals. Yeah, we learned about
We
it.
it's a
learned
good
that.
learning
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah, it
No,
was.
no, everything's been great.
Yeah.
We do have one segment on this podcast. Evan, you want to pull that up?
Oh,
it's fair or
yeah.
fraud. So Evan's gonna put
Get involved,
some
Jace.
golf things up on the screen here. And we
Wait,
talk
is this,
about
like, rules?
if it's fair or fraud.
Fair or
Not
fraud on
rules,
the course.
Or like
etiquette.
what I feel.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
what
yeah.
you feel
It's a very
personally.
opinionated.
So everyone has their own opinion.
But if you say
Yeah, more
a
work.
wrong opinion, I'm going to judge you.
spiked golf shoes, is that fair or is that a fraud?
What kind of spikes?
Just regular, not
spike.
metal. Metal is like all
your,
frowned
like
upon
the,
now.
Your foot
No
joints, your spikes.
Yeah.
Those are spiked.
For
Fair.
amateur golfers,
Yeah.
you wear a spiked shoe on the course.
Yeah, I mean,
100%.
yeah.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you?
100%.
I have,
Fair.
but I have both.
Yeah.
I have
One-
both. Just like when you got some torque to you. A
Yeah,
spikeless, like today, I had spikeless on, and I was like, ooh, it's gonna be a little bit wet. Spike.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the dry dead brown grass, you can slip really easily.
Yeah.
I can't play. I have so much power, so I can't.
My God.
Nah, I have to play in a spike shoe.
Yeah.
Torque.
Yeah, not torque.
You play spike shoes, right, Mitch?
I play in like slips. I play in
Yeah, but your
Playing
slippers have
New
spikes.
Balance, Velcros.
Velcros.
You play the Velcros. You play
Skechers.
Did you play, yeah,
Yeah.
like Crocs one time or something.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
Are Crocs making a
He
golf?
wore
shoe?
the slide. He wore the slide flip flops in Mexico.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
those are actual
like
golf
that.
shoes.
Yeah, those are real. Were those spiked?
Those are Skechers. Yeah, they have little,
Oh, yeah.
little
Skechers. Mage
little
is a
nuts
big.
on
Mage
them.
is a big Skechers guy.
Fair.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
fair.
that's fair.
That was a bonus question, but
Yeah,
fair. Yeah.
100% fair.
Yeah, spike golf shoes.
Okay.
That's fair.
What's the
Spiked
next one?
fair.
here?
Yeah,
Not marking your balls with a Sharpie or a stamp.
just like a mark.
Like, like just playing a plain ball like you did all day. Like
what I-
not
that's literally
marking
what
the
I
ball.
That's what I
always
do.
I know.
because I lose balls.
Yeah, I'm either a
I'm lazy, too.
lostgolfballs.com guy, so it has like Duke Blue Devils on it.
Oh, that's
today,
sick, yeah.
Or I'm a triple green dot.
Wait, that's a real thing. LostGolfballs.com.
You
Yeah.
buy like
Yeah, not
used golf
sponsored.
balls.
Yeah, not sponsored at all.
Yeah, Chase just threw that in there. as
Yeah,
a
but
plug.
they're
Yeah.
cheaper than Kirkland
They're
balls.
paying us for that.
and they're a little bit better.
That's wild.
But yeah, or 3 green dots.
So is this fair or fraud?
If you,
Fraud, I hate
if
it.
not marking it.
I hate it.
Huh?
I don't. Well, I always do.
No,
it.
no. So you'd say fair.
Yeah,
You're
it's
fair
fair.
with not marking your ball. You're cool with it.
No, fraud.
So
You want people to mark their ball.
Yeah, I want something on it. I want
Oh.
some sort of something.
Yeah, I agree. That's fraud.
Fuck you guys. I think it's fair.
Fair.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
absolute fraud.
I'm
Stewey
gonna know
hits-
that their ball is behind my ball.
Fair.
but-
First off, quick side story here. It is illegal. There's a guy on the PGA Tour.
I'm not on the PGA Tour, man.
I know, but even in amateur golf, you are not allowed to play a ball without a mark. So you have to mark your ball because there was a tour event. Guy in the first hole was playing a Titleist 1, didn't mark it. There's a ball in the rough, and it was a Titleist 1 right where he hit it. And the rules official said, "Can you identify your ball?" He's like, "Yeah, it's Titleist 1." He's like, "Well, what's the mark?" He's like, "I don't have any marks." He said, "Cannot
Markless.
identify your ball.
I can identify it's markless.
It's a lost ball. You go back to the tee and re-tee. You have to mark your ball."
Everyone else's has a mark. Mine doesn't. That's how
Luckily,
I identify it.
Mark your
None of
ball.
us will ever have to deal with that
No.
situation.
Yeah, I'm never doing
but
any of that.
Out of respect.
Mark
Did you
your
have
ball.
to in Essex
Fraud.
when you played?
Yeah, you had to mark it in Estes.
It's not
Legally,
hot, man.
legally, any
I
tournament.
didn't have
yes.
to mark it in that shitter we played in.
You
and
do. You do. You just
that,
didn't.
That I.
You just didn't.
W did.
You should. Yeah.
I lose
now
all my
let's
Sharpies.
DQ it.
My carry bag
Just a
has a
different
Sharpie
problem.
slot.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, that's
my,
nice.
my old Titleist bag.
Our bags
So-
have
still lose
a
it.
Zen pocket, not a
Yeah,
Sharpie.
no, it has a Sharpie spot too. Bro, you
also
don't
have a
think I
Zen
came out of the
pad,
bag
does.
without a Sharpie spot?
Oh,
Of
okay, I was
course
just
it
making
does.
sure. Okay.
I know by your swing, you definitely have a Sharpie.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Have to.
Yeah.
Gotta have that.
All
Gotta have
right,
the
so
ball.
I think it's
Fraud.
fair. All these
Fraud.
clowns think it's fraud, but it's fine.
fraud.
For sure.
John thinks it's fair.
Oh yeah, John, you think it's fair?
Yeah, I'm
3-2.
that lazy.
But
and
the
I lose
problem with
many
that
balls.
is Stewie hits 3 balls off the tee, finds
That
the
happened
Pro
not
V1 with the
true. Oh, here
spade,
it
and he's like,
is.
"Oh, it's my first one."
That's not
Yeah.
true.
How did you know that?
That's
Oh,
not
I
true.
saw where it
I'm hungry.
landed.
If I
picked up
hit
a ball
2,
and I
I
was like,
never
here it
played
is.
the
Oh,
second
wow.
one today.
I had a guy who's a member.
Yeah.
I had a guy at Rolling Hills when we were at dinner. He texted me and said, "Found your guys' ball, and it was a Pro V1 with the spade on." it."
Today?
Yeah.
Yes, today. He said, "Found one of your guys' balls. We were a few groups behind you." So who knows if that was your first, drive, your fourth drive?
I don't know. We lost. Well, I did lose a couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I didn't.
Next one, Evan.
You know what? Whatever. I'm not playing golf with you guys anymore. I hate you guys.
Not
did
marking
love
your
Rolling
ball on
Hills,
the green.
Good course.
Not marking your ball on the green.
Like if you're
Yeah.
up and you don't have like Rhetoric doesn't have a coin all day.
I was lazy.
You know?
What's crazy too is I have the Pins and Aces goldfish.
Wow.
And the Cheez-It.
Wow.
And I just didn't have it in my pocket. So I definitely call it fraud because I like to. You got to place. You got to clean your.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put it back down. So fraud on myself.
I mean,
It's fair.
Yeah, it's
It's fair.
Sometimes I
Wait,
just
not
mark
mar-
my spot with the putter.
fraud.
It's
Fair would be
fraud.
not marking
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
I think it's
Clean it
on the
off
green.
and put it
Is that
back
what I said?
down.
I said fraud. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying like
yeah.
in general, like mark your ball. I don't even want to see if your ball's not even my line and it's over here. Etiquette's to mark your ball. I don't even want to
Nick,
see
big
it.
etiquette.
Stewie has
Big
terrible
etiquette guy.
etiquette, causing me to miss a putt on
Oh my
17.
god! Guy putts it, and I throw my club up
He
with
was
the
the shadow
after.
warrior.
It was
oh my
it was
god.
bad.
Yeah.
Very poor etiquette.
Yeah.
Yeah, fraud on myself
absolute
today. I was
fraud.
Oh
lazy.
my gosh.
I didn't even pull it out.
That's
Fraud.
Well,
fraud.
I think it's fraud. You should.
I did feel bad
You should
today
mark it on the green.
because Rhetoric asked me, he's like, "Do you have a ball marker?" And I was like, "No."
How do you guys?
and
not?
I
And
work
that's
at a
the
golf
moment
company.
God,
That's the moment I was
always
like,
extra
nah, I'm not
shit.
gonna pull
I
mine
always
out.
put my divot tool.
Not a big deal, but
with the Pins and Aces divot tool that has a built-in ball marker, I always play with that in my pocket. By the way, you can buy those at pinsandaces.com or come in store in Arvada and buy those yourselves.
And you didn't use it
yeah,
once. So, all right, cool.
yeah.
I did use it.
Eh.
I think
Did you, though?
calling your partner out for a bad hole.
Yeah, this is like if you're partnered up with someone on a hole, maybe they have a blow up hole, like and you,
No, if
and
we're
you call
together,
them out.
I'm delusional optimism.
Yeah,
Whole
why
time.
would you call him out? Then
whole
you're just
time.
like you're setting him up. Then you're just putting it in his head.
Got to read the situation.
But, like,
and
it's
then
like-
he's gonna be upset at the next hole.
But it's like, yeah, I guess that's true.
Some
I mean,
people,
today
some
I'm
people
with-
respond to that though.
It depends. You got to know the person.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
I would
Like-
respond to it. I think the worst, and I'm so guilty at this, is like we're talking about John like chunking one into a lake, and I'm like, fuck. I'm like more passive aggressive, which I think is way worse.
Well, yeah,
than
I've
just
done
being
that.
like, John, what the fuck are you doing? What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, I
Get your
don't
head in
do-
the game.
yeah, I don't do
think
that.
like that's
That's too
okay,
much.
but it's
That's
like,
okay.
Yeah, because like you're kind of joking and you're giving like some constructive criticism.
Oh.
The passive aggressiveness where you like
Wait, wait.
know
Oh, I
you're
see.
sulking
You're
back to the
actually-
cart.
okay, I
you're
see.
pissed. and
don't
you're like,
talk to
don't
him?
talk to him.
Yeah.
I think that's like
what-
worse
that's
than
way
calling
worse.
out.
Like
worse.
Lee's hit shots, I've been like,
Yeah.
God damn it, Lee.
Yeah.
Been like, that's it.
That's okay because you're like, yeah, man, I know. Like,
So we're saying fraud
Yeah.
asterisk.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
fraud.
Yeah.
like after Stewie lost to Nick and I went and sulked in the cart.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, that
like
was shocking for
when
me,
you didn't want to
honestly.
say
Yeah, he didn't wanna
anything.
talk, yeah.
he
He went
wanted
off
to talk.
camera, yeah.
But I wasn't playing, so
Which is even worse.
Yeah.
But I had to do the hot ones challenge because of you. I was
Yeah.
down.
I'm
This
just
guy's
glad
so
that was-
negative, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad we got to share that moment and eat chicken wings together.
I wasn't. That was awful. Literally awful. It
Fuck you.
was the worst thing in my life.
It was.
Oh, is that it?
Ever.
Yeah.
And that was the only fair frauds we got.
Yeah, those are
But
correct.
we did get some good questions this week, actually.
Ooh.
Before we go into questions, let's just give a discount right now. This code, so Rhetoric, we drop in a little Easter egg for all the listeners, and
Oh, I
this
love
code
that.
goes crazy.
Especially this deep. If you've gotten through tapeworms, brother,
Yeah,
you
true.
deserve
Honestly,
it.
if you're still
You
here after
deserve
that.
the code.
discount.
Yeah.
So by now, our spring collection is now live.
Yup.
Tons of new products, new polos, new outerwear. Best collection we've ever dropped. If you use code SPRING 2024 or just SPRING 24,
It's up
we
to
wanna
you,
do?
or his name.
yeah, or Rhetoric.
Or rhetoric.
Do
Use
rhetoric.
Rhetoric.
that's probably tougher.
Use code
But we
rhetoric.
want people to Google you.
Make sure
Yeah,
you
so
spell it with the
yeah.
K.
Use code
with the K.
rhetoric. Spelt.
Don't spell it out. You got to Google how do you spell Rhetoric. You can look it up on Instagram at Rhetoric. Find out how
What
we
about the people
spelled.
on Spotify, man?
We Google it. Google Rhetoric.
yeah, because we want
How
them to
you
look it up.
spell the name Rhetoric,
Rhetoric.
the artist, not the actual word Rhetoric. the artist, which I'm
Rhetoric,
sure I'm sure you
the
don't even know what that word
motherfucker.
means.
They could probably
Rhetoric?
just look
Is
at
that
the
like a
title of the
spell? Rhetoric?
podcast, but you know that's kind of
Rhetoric. Use
They really deserve the code at this point.
Give him the code, goddammit.
Like rhetoric,
code,
like rhetorical.
Use code Rhetoric for 50% off your entire
50
spring collection.
That's 550.
Wow.
Motherfucking zero.
This is a big one, so it's only going to be limited to the first 100 customers.
Oh shit, that's gone in 30 seconds.
Yeah. So Rhetoric. And note,
Gone in
this
60,
is being
shout out
listened
to
to on
Cage.
YouTube, Spotify, iTunes. People are like, "Oh, the YouTube video didn't have many views." Well,
Bro,
guys,
we're
it's
on all
on every every podcast platform. We're
Look at
19
us.
on
Our
iTunes
faces
right now.
are not for YouTube.
Yeah.
It's not a YouTube.
Go to Spotify.
Go to Spotify or iTunes,
Yeah.
but use code Rhetoric, 50% off spring collection, first 100 customers. Let's get into the questions from Closed Course. You can info your questions or email your questions at
That's the third time, ladies and gentlemen, that Nick's fucked up the email. Just going to throw that out there.
Closed
Third
Course
time.
at pinsandaces.com.
There you go.
can email your information and your questions to Closed Course at pinsandaces.
Stumbled.
Let's get into the fucking question.
Stumbled. That's a good discount
Jesus.
code.
Bro,
It is.
50% off your whole order?
That's a
That's
good-
wild.
Huge.
That's
That's
like
like
a-
100
that-
people, too.
Yeah.
It might be our
Spring.
best. Is that our best discount code ever?
One of
It's
them.
up there.
Shout out.
One of them. Shout out Rhetoric.
Shout out Rhetoric.
I'm going to be one of the first people.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might tell all of his boys, so it might be.
yeah.
For all we
Yeah.
know, it's used up by the
Yeah,
time
it's
this
gonna
goes
be
live.
gone.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all.
All
All right. First question was from Chris. He said, "Can you guys give us some more details on the Augusta Power Hour?" We talked about it a little bit last week. We said there's Augusta Power Hour. This guy wants some more details. Can we share it?
Yeah,
Yes.
I guess.
Go ahead.
So Power Hour is something we do. We do YouTube Live, Instagram Live. We have thousands of people tuning in for our Power Hours. And last time it broke YouTube. Like YouTube shut it down. We had 5,000 people in the waiting room
Shit
for
on
it.
us.
So we go live for an hour, and we've got all kinds of new products, unreleased products, and discount codes for 1 hour only. During the live event, we'll be live from our HQ at 7 p.m. on, Tuesday the 12th? March 12th. If you tune in Tuesday, March 12th at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, you can join that YouTube Power Hour or Instagram Live Power Hour. We're going to have dropping our Augusta collection, as well as tons of limited editions that are only available on Power Hour that will sell out in 5 seconds.
It's going to be crazy. They always do. Yeah.
The douchebag collab that we did and a few others just sell out super quick. So tune into that for sure. It's a good time. We do a lot of giveaways, a lot of promotions. That's what Power Hour is about.
And that the full Augusta collection is coming out on the 14th.
Yeah.
But you can get early access to everything on the 12th.
On the 12th.
And after that hour runs out, you got to wait 2 more days.
Yeah,
2 more days.
And
to
some
get
of the
it.
good
And some of
stuff
the
could be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some of it's pretty limited.
Yeah, it's pretty limited.
It's going to be your boys.
It'll sell out
It's going
quick.
to be your boys for an hour.
Yep.
Tune in.
John's going to be making drinks like he
Oh,
always
yeah.
does. Hopefully he's off his little worm diet or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, you still have that word? Wait, what?
He's not on the tapeworm diet.
Excuse
That's
me.
what I want to get on.
No,
to.
All right,
but he
use
has-
code tapeworm for 25%.
Damn, we should have done that.
But he does have a parasite?
You have one.
Everyone's
all got 'em.
Well, everyone's
Exactly.
got
Yo,
parasites.
since Rhetoric said it, use code tapeworm, 25% off.
Yeah,
First
fuck
100
it.
people.
You're welcome. You're
Go to
welcome.
tapeworm.
Got you an extra one.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's off everything.
Yeah.
All right, tapeworm. And I'm going to Kodiak, Alaska, and I'm gonna hunt down one of those bears,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna take a tapeworm out of its ass and put it down my gullet.
Go get yourself. Go get yourself.
Oh my gullet.
Go get
I
yourself
want
a
a
tapeworm.
I'm coming back for that recap episode.
Oh god,
Yeah,
Just to
man.
watch
You're gonna
the
be
tape.
pulling it out.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Congrats.
All right, next question. Jesus.
Yeah, next question was from James.
James.
Never have I ever is going to be insane.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly.
And I'm going to win every one.
Never have I ever pulled a tapeworm out of someone's ass.
And then put it down his gullet.
No way, that's true.
Next question was from James. He said, I've been really enjoying listening to your guys' podcast. Why did you decide to
James.
start it?
James, shout out, man. Thank you.
Thanks, James.
Appreciate that, James.
John, Stewey, you want to take one of this on?
Why I decided to start
Yeah,
the
why did
pod?
we start it?
Why'd we start the pod, huh?
Come on,
It's
John.
fun, we throw value back at
Yeah.
people that, like the brand or
Yeah.
curious. We wanted to add some little nuggets about business, starting a business. What can help you get off the ground if you're a business owner or
Yeah.
thinking about it. And again, it's just kind of a creative, fun outlet for us
Yeah,
as well. And have great guests, and we kind of learn their story,
Yeah.
their big breaks, what again led to their successes, and how that can affect your life. I
mean,
think
most-
that's important to all of us.
other companies like us, this is like a raw look inside like Pins and Aces, which is super cool. I don't think a lot of other businesses
No.
do stuff like that.
marketing.
I mean, this is a family-owned
3PL.
business, and we're letting you guys know what it's like, and obviously we like sharing our experiences with you guys. It's super cool, and we have a lot of cool stuff that we like sharing with you guys. So I think it's just it's a different look at the brand than kind of what you see on, you know, social media and like all like the finished products. So it's super raw and it's just really cool. It's we just wanted to share that with you guys. It's super fun.
And especially compared to other brands.
Yeah,
you
no one
never
else-
see who's truly
nah.
behind the brand. You don't know who's actually there. They're shipping it from here.
Yeah.
It's a guy in his mom's basement,
Yeah.
you know, doing the marketing. But
Yeah.
this is truly the guys who work here every single day.
Yeah.
Put in the hours.
Yeah.
Transparency
sure.
equals
Transparency
loyalty.
is key.
Transparency is key.
All right, next one. Next question was from Griffin.
Griffin.
He said, Stewey, how long does it take to film a warehouse Wednesday? A lot of the guys give you shit for how many takes it takes. How long does it realistically take you to film a warehouse Wednesday?
2.5 hours.
Really want to call me out like that, Griffin?
3 hours?
Dick.
It's a while.
It is. It's not a while. To film Warehouse Wednesday?
Yeah.
No, I mean, me and Evan, we run down there and we mix things up sometimes. You know, we like to keep it spunky. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it takes more than a few takes to get down.
It's painful.
Like,
Painfully bad.
if I had a script, I'm money. But a lot of the times,
That's why I said you need a teleprompter.
I
You
would
need
be
a Joe
great.
Biden teleprompter.
Yeah, but a lot of the times I'm
You
just
do
going
invest
off
in
the
one of those.
dome and trying to make it, you know, as fun as possible and not as cringe. But usually Warehouse Wednesday takes roughly, to answer your question, Griffin, like 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes? 20 minutes? 20, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
20 minutes. Yeah.
Stewie's the best at like bringing energy and being like weird and funny on camera.
Oh, thanks, man.
But that's a compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
But he's the worst at like saying a deal. When we have a deal,
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
hey guys, we just dropped our spring collection. This is 25% off. This is 10% off. And we just launched this new polo that's $19.99. That will take Stewey a fucking
'cause you got-
hour and a half.
That's so many specific phrases and numbers that I have to remember. My brain's too disgusting ADHD to like just focus on all those numbers.
A little note card, maybe?
If I had a note, if Evan was like with those big
Yeah.
note cards back, I'd be money.
Cue card.
Yeah, cue card. But I just can't do it. It's too long. Nick's like, oh, say this deal, then this deal, then this deal, then go say this one, and then talk about this product, and,
And
then
then
this product.
remember the one
and
time
then
I had to
money.
take the mic and I just ad-libbed it one
Yeah, it was wild.
take and did it.
Because you're thinking it, because like you know what to say already,
Yeah.
but you're like, hey, say this. So that's what. But it takes Warehouse Wednesday like 20, 25 minutes. It's not that bad.
Good
so
question,
fuck off,
Griffin.
Good Griffin.
Not too bad.
Griffin,
Not too
good
bad.
Griffin, good question, but I hate it.
Short for Gryffindor.
All right,
Short for Gryffindor.
This
Gryffindor.
one was from this one was from Trevor. He said, it seems like a lot of the employees at Pins and Aces are former athletes. Is this on purpose? Is that a part of the hiring process? Why don't you guys touch on this?
why not
Since you guys are the ones who do the hiring.
The hiring.
Is there a combine
the
like in
owners.
the
Oh
application?
yeah,
There is.
is.
We
That
should have
should
a
get a combine.
combine. That'd be
Should
pretty
get a
sick.
combine. A pins combine.
3 3/4 D1 athletes at this table right now. So.
Sorry, what's up?
3 3/4.
You're giving yourself 3/4?
Platform 9 3/4.
Platform 9 3/4.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm giving myself a
I
3/4.
don't think we can say we hire on that. But
No.
it's definitely a big pause.
But
you know,
why?
Big plus.
Yeah, why?
You know, you think about
Is there a draw to athlete?
well, D1. It doesn't have to be D1, but
it has to be D1.
you know, it's still an elite level
fuck out.
Yeah.
athletic culture. It's time management. It's discipline. It's you know, you're already in a full time job. It's just these kind of intangible skills that you know, rather than you never really get the chance to have work experience, but the experience you do get, you know, really matches life in a startup or a small business where it's, you know, you got to manage
already
your own
have
time. you
High
gotta be
pressure.
They already have habits
management.
created and kind of stuff like that.
Exactly.
It's
self-starter, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that makes sense.
That was a good question.
That was a good question.
Yeah.
Who was
Last
that?
You
question.
must know a decent amount about the brand. All right, Brad asked, all right, you guys always talk about, you know, the best parts about working at Pins and Aces. What's the worst thing about working for Pins and Aces?
Seeing this guy's
I knew that
mug
was
every
coming.
day.
I knew it was coming.
Right
Reporting
out of
into
his
me.
What kind of question?
We can all touch on this. Go ahead, Stu.
So what was the actual question? I
What's
just
the
wanted to
worst
word
thing
it.
about working for Pins and Aces?
The worst thing? The worst thing about working for Pins?
Yeah.
It's like, how much time do I have?
Yeah. Let me look at my clock.
I don't know. I mean, the worst thing about working for Pins is like probably just like, especially for like me and probably Lee can attest, is like we create a lot of the content and it sucks when like we have a vision but can't execute.
When
probably
does
like
that
the
ever
worst thing.
happen?
What do you mean?
Give me an example.
Bro, there's a bunch of stuff.
Like
I wanna
what?
do. Like I want to film so much shit, man.
That's an awful response.
Why?
What do you
What
want
do you
to go to
mean?
Mars? We don't have the budget
Yeah,
to
like
go
I
to
want to
Mars.
go to I want to go to Dubai and play golf, but like
Yeah. Obviously, that's getting shut down.
why? It's for the content. It's for the
Poor
content.
guy.
It's for the content.
Hey, you're a dreamer. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make
Dreamer.
I want to make good content for the people.
I would say as business owners, it's really high stress. I mean, it never gets any easier. You know, even if it's very feast or famine when you're a small business or in any business. And, you know, I think we touched on this on an earlier episode. You know, we have, 25 plus employees, that touch another 4 to 5 people in their immediate family. So, if you think about how many people kind of depend on the success of this business or, the vision that we all set out as a team, it's really high stakes every day and every decision matters.
Yeah, 100 people's livelihoods are relying on you.
Yeah.
So that definitely for me, the worst part is the stress, but it's also the best part. I like being in a high stress environment, but it's very high stress, and that's also can be tough. What's the worst part? I mean, you've got the cushiest job, and I mean, what? I mean,
you just text me random hours of the night to do the most stupid shit of all time. So that he'll text me on a Sunday saying, "Hey, I need 250 gift cards made tomorrow for a Monday tournament." I'm like, "Hey, Nick, how long did you know about this tournament for?" 6 months. All right, so why am I doing this at 9 p.m. on a Sunday?
Did it get done?
it got done.
Well, hey, can I go in and like mass?
That's why I hire athletes, bro.
Hey, can I go in and like mass generate 250 codes? No, you got to go in and do them one at a time. All right, dope, man, dope. I'd say stuff like that, or honestly, just a month of November. I know, like, we all kind of grind really hard during the month of November.
Yeah, that's trash.
We usually work like 10, 12-hour days.
No overtime.
That can be pretty tough. I would also say, like, it's definitely fun being a part of a family business because we all see each other all the time. You know the person. You're obviously close to everyone. But it also sometimes seems like you're never unplugged from the business. You know, we go to, me and Nick worked on Thanksgiving morning. We go to Thanksgiving dinner, and we spend 2.5 hours talking about the business.
We were filming a TikTok that night.
No, but we still talk at
but
the
that's
dinner.
What I'm saying. We were filming a TikTok, like doing business at the
exactly.
Thanksgiving table.
So, like, that's a great thing. That's what gives us, a better platform than other people, and it gives us an advantage over other companies. But at the same time, it's like we think about pins and act on pins so much, and it can be a great thing, and we've done a great job of it. But at the same time, it's like, we're always talking about pins. We're always focused on pins. And that's probably one of the reasons why Pins is so successful. But for, the family business, it never really stops.
Yeah. That was a good answer.
Mm-hmm. Fuck you guys.
Better than saying, like, I want to go to Dubai.
I want to go to Dubai.
Whatever, man.
I want a free flight to Dubai.
You won't see me on the podcast next week. Fuck you guys. I'm quitting.
All right. Well, that was a great episode.
Wait, I got one more thing for Rhetoric.
Oh,
yeah.
So
Chase.
I got family. I have friends in music, trying to hit their big break. I got a cousin who records in his closet. I got buddies, and, they play local shows. They manage local artists. With your experience, what's kind of a little wisdom you can throw at them, or guys kind of at that starting out phase, or just, trying to reach that tipping point in the music industry?
Honestly, I mean, it's obviously very different now than when I started. Like, when I started, it was very blog heavy. Mm-hmm. And you had to get out, and you had to be local, and you had to conquer your scene in order to be seen by other people. But it's always been the internet, man. It's always been utilizing the internet. It's always been finding your niche on the internet. It's been, I think, to be successful in anything, you have to find your edge. Like, what are you good at in something that other people can't seem to grasp? And then you exploit that until you can't do it anymore, and people have figured out what your edge is. But at that point, you're already ahead of the game, and you're figuring out what your next edge is as it's evolved. And I figured out that my edge in Virginia was being a DJ that was a little bit different. I'd be on speakers, I'd be stage diving, I'd be connecting songs together in a different way. And I put that online too for people to see is advertisement, and it resonated. And I really I think it's, you figure out, there's nothing more satisfying than figuring out what makes you unique and having others kind of affirm that to you. And I think if you can take that momentum and just go with it, that's kind of what will take you to the next step. Yeah. But you have to be unique. Like, there's a million people trying to do what all of us do. Mm-hmm. And there's obviously something very unique about Pins and Aces. There are a gazillion golf brands. Yeah. A gazillion. There are a gazillion and a half now. A year later, there will be 2 gazillion in like 3 months because it's popular now. But there's obviously something that resonates about Pins and Aces, from the product to the people. that gives them an edge over the competition. And you guys have done a great job at like pushing that to the next level and doing what you've done. And I think it's the same goes for anything. I also think it's really hard to separate the art from the business. And sometimes you do have to step back and objectify, like, okay, if I'm a listener, what is it about me that makes me go, I want to come back to that person? And for me, it was always, you know, just, I guess, being personable. I really, really enjoy like meeting different people. And the moment that I started portraying that online and like showing people who I really am and being interested in anybody from like the person at a restaurant waiting on me to a fan in line to somebody perceived as very important, like I think that resonated with people. And I met a lot of people, and a lot of people were really nice and gave me opportunities. And I do my best to pay back every single day. So I think that's it.
Cool.
Love that. That's a lovely outro.
That's a great outro.
Love that.
So don't forget discount code tapeworm.
Yeah, tapeworm.
25% off site wide.
Yeah.
And Rhetoric for 50% off the spring collection.
I can't wait for that head cover.
Yo.
Yeah. The tapeworm head cover.
Yeah,
That's what we need.
Yeah, put that over your alignment sticks.
No, I want
just a big
tapeworm.
tapeworm.
I want the bear with
yeah.
the tapeworm
Tail.
out of it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the
that'd be
tapeworm
funny.
goes over. Oh yeah.
It goes all the way down to the shaft. Like all the way down
To the grip.
All the way down to the
So
grip.
long.
All the way down.
I apologize.
Yeah. So
No.
appreciate it, guys. That was
Yep.
episode 8, close
Thank you,
course
guys.
with
Yep.
guest Rhetoric. Thanks
Shout
for
out
joining in.
Rhetoric. Absolute
Shout out
money.
Rolling Hills. That was great.
That was.
Shout out Rolling
yeah,
Hills. It was
Yep.
fun. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys on the next one.
See you in the next one.
Thanks.
Peace.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah, dude, thank
Yeah.
you guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Stay up all night if it means I'll get a single text from you.